morning, people. Happy new week. It is Monday, the 16th of October. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And you guys know you are hosted by the best people in the industry. I am one of your lovely hosts, my own royalty. Is this what I look like? This is wait, just stay there. Let me send to you.
And the thing is, it's like the first time she's seen herself.
No, because that's why when you came in, I didn't look you in the eye. I couldn't look you in the eye.
No, it's just what I look like.
Oh
my gosh,
this
it's your girl Justine,
baby daddy.
representing for her baby dad,
Okay.
Mrs. Killy.
Period.
Gra, gra, gra.
Someone send this to her babes, please.
No, I'm sorry, I cannot take myself serious. Is this what I actually look like?
We're not taking you seriously either, so it's fine.
Oh my gosh! But can I just say something though?
It's a look.
My face is warm.
What do you mean? What's warm?
It's warm.
Oh, it's warm. Oh,
Very. Thank you, Jim Shark.
Oh dear.
They call me E-Man, the pro-black activist.
No, wait. Iman, sorry.
What happened? Oh.
That's you got a little friend.
Is that
because the beak looks like your cap.
Yeah, no, literally.
Love that. That's Mugs. That's your Mugs.
Do you know I drove like this?
Yeah, the police would definitely stop your ass.
Surprised they
for real.
stopped
That'd
me.
be 3 points.
Why?
Driving whilst black in a black cover. I mean, DWBB, bitch.
No, they can't. No.
They can't have that.
Do you think they'd actually stop me?
Yes, that's a danger. Because how are you going to see your blind side?
No, but the thing is, hold on. I can fully see. I can see.
Your
I can
blind
see.
side.
I can see.
You'd be surprised. They stop people. They stop people just for having hoodies on.
Why?
Really?
So if they stop me, I'm going to say, but I'm cold.
Yeah.
Are you paying for the heating in my car?
They still would have stopped you.
That's
Hey,
fine.
you
It would have
driving
been.
whilst black
It
in
would
a
have been.
balaclava.
It would have been. So, it's not balaclava. This is a gym brand.
You
You know?
think the police officer would be like, oh, that's a nice gym shot. Can you send me the link, please?
Yeah.
In their mind, you are a gang member. Dressed like that.
Next time I wear the green one. I've got a green
reckon?
one. It's more like friendly looking. It is. It's like,
But Officer Green is peace, okay?
yeah. It's like a pale green. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
It's nice. So it won't look as aggressive.
We'll take your word for
We'll
it.
see in it.
Do you know I wear it on Friday for you?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, where on your favorite day?
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Right, Iman, your intro, sorry.
Thanks. They call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer, news analyst. And of course, the melanin is jam-packed.
Love that.
Always. How is everybody?
Guys, I think. Why? Can you not? You can't take me serious.
No, you always have a story.
Yeah.
Do I always have a story? See? Look at God. Look at God. Look at God. Look at God.
The village people.
It's because God knew, you know. You're coming to laugh.
They've come for me.
That
You will
was-
not win.
That was too spot on though.
Okay.
Timing. No, this isn't a bad
happened to
story.
dinner?
It's not a thinky story. It's just
What happened?
nothing. I just feel like because Beats and Bands is on Sunday, yeah, I can't sleep.
Yes. Oh, you're excited.
excited.
I don't know if it's excitement, but in my brain keeps running. It's long.
It's running through
I didn't
things,
sleep
yeah.
yesterday.
Really?
No, it's annoying.
Girl, it's a long way away. It's Sunday.
I know, but that's the thing. And I was like, oh, am I gonna have to take melatonin every day?
No, pray to God about it.
Because no, but the thing is, I did, yeah, and I was like, I'm not worrying about this because what will be. So on Sunday, and it is what it is. I've given
Yeah.
it all to you. Then my brain, but the thing is, I'm like, I've got a very overactive imagination.
Same. That's
so
me.
it's not even worrying. It's just me thinking about like, okay, so this is how the day is gonna run. You know them thought processes that you don't need to have at that time.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all ain't listening.
No, I'm listening, baby. It's a thought process all the time. Overactive brain.
Yes. So,
I got it too.
Activation.
Yeah.
man, I'm gonna pinch you.
Activation.
I'm going to pinch you. But yeah, so it's just that. But other than that, stayed my ass at home though.
Do you know what?
I'm on a roll.
That's a shocker. Love that for you.
I told you I'm rebranding. Don't do that.
I love that for you. No, but you know what? I'm the same though, because even before my Jackie Aina interview, I had a dream. So basically, I had a dream, yeah, that the interview we were on a stage, a stage of sorts. It must have been in Nigeria because there was no light,
No, don't
like dead
remember.
ass. There was no light, and I was trying to read my cue cards from like a little like little light that was cutting through.
Oh, I'm done.
I said,
God
what kind
forbid.
of foolishness is going on? So my brain is like that as well. I'll be in my sleep
Just running through
thinking
scenario-
through thinking of questions that
Mm-hmm.
I literally, I remember one day I woke up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm just writing down stuff.
Even I'm like, okay, what's the routine gonna be like? Like
Yeah.
it's not even. I wouldn't say it's anxiety. I think it's just that's just how my brain works. But the problem is, I'm such a light sleeper. So once I like latch onto an idea, it's game over. Like I can't switch my brain off.
Same.
It's so annoying. So I'm just like, Gina, there's a whole 7 days. You can't do this for 7
Do you
days.
thingy? What's it called? Meditation? No, like as in like you know the ones where they talk you through it. That's how I actually have to calm my brain down.
I've tried it before. Obviously now I've started like playing games on my phone to distract me, but then that just wakes me up. Do you know what I
I'll
mean?
wake you up.
So I'm just like,
Because I do it on what's it called? YouTube. There's one that's really good, yeah. And I wake up and it just keeps auto playing. So now I'm just deep into some kind of sea sounds and stuff. But no, that does calm my mind.
but yeah.
But yeah, it was my sister's birthday last week.
Oh, happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
sis.
Thank you. My right lung, I love her so much, man. And then we had a party on Friday.
Nice.
And I was doing party planner, up, down, up, down, up, down.
Love that.
But I do it for her though.
How old did she turn?
25, man.
Wow.
I can't believe it.
Wow.
25.
You're the oldest.
My
No,
little
no, you're
twin.
not. You
I'm
got
the
older
oldest
brother.
girl. Different life.
You know how I knew that you were busy doing something?
Wow.
You just responded to my messages with giggles.
Oh yeah. Brent.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, last week was because last week I was still working like the whole week, then had the Jackie interview. The straight after the Jackie interview was then my sister's birthday. Like, I was literally doing up planner. Like, even that night, I was up and down, take pictures, do you know what I mean? Literally, like, that. And then on Saturday, I was going to go to gym in the morning for my usual morning. My body woke up at like 7 something, yeah. I got a strike on my thing because I didn't have it, because my gym, you have to cancel within 2
cancel
hours.
in a certain time.
I was just tired the whole day. Do you know what's mad? I was even going to make you guys the Ayamashe Tszyu. Mum was like, okay, do you still want to do it for them? I said, Mum, that sounds like manual labor right now. I'm sorry, y'all.
Auntie.
I know. She was like, do you want to do it? I was like, no. I was like, I'm tired. Like, I was tired. I went out, had an English breakfast. I was falling asleep on my way back home. And I just slept. I was flipping tired, man. It's crazy. I didn't wake up this morning. This morning I woke up, yeah, my alarm went up for me to read my Bible. I had to read verse of the day. Lord,
That happened to me this
I'm
morning.
gonna catch
though.
up.
Yeah. I
tired.
woke up and I thought, if I do this now, one, I'm going to be late because it's going to take me a minute to even get into
Into the
zone.
mode.
I just had to swing my legs when I go into my shower.
Listen,
Literally.
it was a whole thing, man. But no, yeah, that's how you know I was tired, man. I couldn't even do chit chats. Knackered. But she had a lovely time. Like, she really, really enjoyed her birthday. My sister really deserves it. She's the kindest person I know in this world. Nobody has a greater heart than that girl. Like, she would literally, she's just so kind to everybody. And it's so sweet because everyone literally showed up for her. And everyone showed up for her because they're like, how could I not show up for her, that kind of thing.
Good.
She's such a babe, man. A first-class babe. But big up her.
100%.
5 now.
Happy
Nice.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Holds. And what else did I do? That was it, man. I just rested the whole weekend. Yeah. What about you?
What did I do? Oh yes, of course. I was with Brent.
Oh, obviously you guys can't say much because I want people to be shocked by it all. But I saw the new Black page. I saw your page. I said, okay.
Did you tell Rich?
Big up Richie Rich.
Did you tell him
Is
what I
that-
said?
You wanted me to pass a message on
I
to
actually
Rich?
did.
What was the message?
I said he needs to train legs because
Okay.
I was mortified.
All right.
I literally
You know what? Okay,
I actually gasped.
Can we talk about that? Not Rich's
I
legs, yeah, but men's legs.
I just thought
Because you know what's mad?
I was mortified.
When I see a guy here, and Rich, this is not a Rich, by the way. It's just
This is
men,
at you,
right?
Rich. It's at you. Hello, hi.
No, hey, Rich, not me.
You.
When he comes here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm the one he's gonna meet. No, hey, Rich, not me.
innit?
But like, cause you know, when I look at a guy, I'm scanning from the top. When I get to him, I'm like, what happened? Because you're just bulky at the
Rich's
top.
legs is definitely in proportion.
Sorry?
Rich's legs are
No,
definitely.
yeah, Rich is in proportion. But I'm talking
Let
about
me
other
be
men there,
honest.
at
It's
the
just
gym.
a picture.
It's the picture just literally rattled me because
You're rude, you
he
know.
was sat there and it just
You're rude.
Skin and
you know.
bone.
You're actually rude. You're rude. I'm deep in the picture you're talking about. You're rude.
I said, oh my gosh.
I love.
But it's
I
what
love
they
Rich
say
too much,
though.
man.
What a nice black man, and
you
then
love
you
what?
just had to
I
ruin
said I
it.
love rich too much, man. I ain't taking no rich slander today.
No, I'm
Well,
talking about
I'm
men.
gonna
I'm
message-
talking about
I'm
men
gonna
in the
message
gym.
I
him.
hear that by using Rich's name. So
I'm gonna message
Take it
him
on
myself.
Gina said that. I'm talking about. Sorry, Gina, I've got to trick you. I'm talking about men in general in the gym because I would see them like working arms and upper body is so heavy and they're thick, and I get done. I'm like, both your legs are one of my thighs. What happened? But I big up Richie Rich though. I like a man who gets in. You know, he's asked to do something, and he does it. It comes through.
No, big up you, Rich.
not
I
even
just,
asked, you know.
I just want to go.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
he wasn't
yeah.
asked, was he?
Yeah, he put himself out there to basically like help out like in a massive way.
Massive
Bad
way,
boy
man.
guest host.
100%. Big
Love
up
that
Rich
for him.
every time, man.
Big up you, King. How was it? That was good shoot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
it was good, man.
funny.
Yes, thank you, man. Very funny.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You get what you wanted? Did it go how you?
Up, man.
Did
Too
it
many
come out how
times.
you guys had in your mind?
Don't know yet.
Don't know
Yeah.
yet.
Oh, is it? When will you know?
When I sit down,
Nobody's
and look at the
edited.
footage.
When you edit it.
Yeah, when I sit down and look at the footage.
Okay.
I would even sat down and look at it.
Big up you guys, man. We keep telling you people we're not playing around here. Keep an eye out.
Period,
We're not
with a T on the
playing.
end.
Listen, we're not playing. When we say like the videos, subscribe to the channel, all that stuff. There's a reason why, baby. There's a reason why.
This is it.
But
There weren't no 200 to 300 people in the audience for you and stuff.
yes, so I did girl math. When Brent asked me the audience of the people at the Jackie Anna interview,
If you just look
I
at
did
that,
girl math.
look at that video, right? You can count 10 people, right? Just count 10 and you replace yourself. Just 10 times that is already 100. And it's easily 3 there. Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Then you have to be like, nah, there's much more than 300.
But there would have definitely been though.
Yeah, but I was like, oh, it's like between 200 and 300 people. But that video, because my friend sent it to me actually, because she sent it to me and she was like, Esther. She's like, I'm so proud of you. That she was like, this is the number of people you were like you did this interview in front of, and that's when I was like, I didn't even notice that. And then that's when I sent it to Brent. I was like, oh, lol, about what I said. But yeah, it's still lit, man. I'm waiting for the pictures to come out, and I know the video they recorded it as well. So when the video's out, I will defo let people know where to check out the interview.
Sick. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Thank you very much. But you know the vibes over here is Black History Month. Let's get into it.
All right, people. So like I just said, it's Black History Month, and this is the Lest We Forget segment, right? And today, the country that we're going to be talking about is none other than Just Jean's baby father's
And he's not even here.
main country.
Well, you got rep for him.
This is it.
Me.
Ma'am, this is your people.
You need
Okay.
to know this culture since, you know.
All right, cool.
I mean, not that he's getting to know yours, but you know.
So yeah, man. Big up Jamaica, man.
Big up Jamaica.
Jamaica. I know they was
Jamaica.
patiently waiting.
Oh,
Oh,
they
of
were
course. Been
You think,
waiting.
listen, I know Mark's upset it happened when he wasn't away, or when he is away. But yeah, big up our resident Jamaican
100%.
when he gets cussed for a lot of times.
Today, why do we choose today? Because today is the National Heroes Day of Jamaica.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay.
Heroes
Yes,
Day.
National Heroes Day. So
Oh, that's
basically-
lovely.
Yeah, it takes place every third Monday of October.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
man.
That is
And basically just a public holiday that honors some of the greatest names of the nation.
a public holiday.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a very wholesome concept.
This is it, man. So we're going to get into some of those amazing people, right? Because there's so many, obviously, as you guys can tell in it. But let's get into some of the interesting facts. So basically, Jamaica became the first Caribbean nation to gain its independence from Britain.
The first.
The first.
Love that
yes.
for them.
Okay.
You know the royal family love Jamaica, you know.
This is
Always there.
this is from Britain, by the way. So Haiti was long before and stuff like that. But but from Britain, 100% Jamaica. So they got their independence August 6th, 1962. And Jamaica is the third largest island in the Caribbean, and the largest English-speaking island in the Caribbean Sea.
Sick.
Yes, the main languages English and obviously Patois. And you know the current. Can you guys try and guess the population of Jamaica?
Oof.
Yeah.
I'm
8 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
5.
Okay. But what are you thinking?
No, $1 million a bit.
All right. Well, the current population of Jamaica, as of 2023, is 2.8 million.
Oh.
There's not that many
That's
people in
small
it.
people. That's, yeah.
It's
That's
not
Lagos.
far less than Lagos.
Remember, you're there talking about who is still on the island. they're travelers and they're breeders.
Oh, dear.
Also, did you know Jamaica was the first country in the Western world to build a railroad?
Really?
Yes, building a railroad just 13 years after Britain.
Yeah, they deserve that Heroes Day. That's lit.
This is it, man. So yeah, the Western Jamaica Connecting Railway was built in 1848, and it runs from Kingston to Angels, which is a distance of about 23 kilometers, and it was the first railroad constructed anywhere outside of Europe or North America. Jamaica became the first tropical nation to participate in the Winter Olympics. Winter Olympics, you know.
Bobsleigh?
This is it. 1988. Obviously, the film Cool Runnings is inspired by that situation. I don't know why I call it situation.
Jamaica, we have a bobsleigh team. Sorry, I love that film.
Not the inner killing you working out. I thought I was Marks for a second.
Oh, piss off.
Also, this is an interesting fact, though, yeah? I don't know what you guys think about this. But anyway, this is true anyway. So Jamaica has the most churches per square mile of any country in the
No
world.
way.
Yes.
Beat Nigeria is crazy.
I'm telling you. Yeah, so...
That's sick. Well, faithful
yes,
people.
It's a very Christian country, man. And the National Library of Jamaica reports that there are 2.75 churches per square mile.
That's wild.
Can you imagine?
I'll be honest. All I can think about is just Bashment lyrics. I'm thinking, shopping to the church.
Girl.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
man.
lovely.
And this is not no fake facts. This is recorded.
Facts.
This is recorded in the Guinness World Book of Records. Jamaica is home to more than 100 different Christian denominations.
What the heck? How many
Can you
could there
imagine?
be?
100. So the most popular is Baptist. They got Catholics, Anglican, Jehovah's Witness, Seventh-day Adventist, New Testament, Church of God, Pentecostal.
The Church of God.
Wow.
How can
What's
it be
Church
two-
of God?
What's Church of God.
Some new thing, man.
We're
I
all
don't know.
churches, should we all be churches of God?
Where? Yeah, 100. You know?
That's crazy.
100. And also, Rastafarianism. So that's an African-centered religion that was developed in Jamaica in the 1930s. And so this particular belief system started pretty much following the coronation of Haile Selassie I, who was the king of Ethiopia in 1930. And you know the story of Rastafarianism, I don't want to go too much into it, but it's a beautiful story. And basically, long story short, Marcus Garvey, the great Pan-Africanist, one of my heroes, he predicted that there would be a black messiah that would come from Africa, right? And Rastafari, which is the prince, he was a prince at the time, he became the emperor of Ethiopia in 1930. So when people saw that, they saw it as the fulfillment of that prophecy, and they saw Marcus Garvey as a prophet, right? Long story short, Rastas believe in peace, and they constantly try to preach down violence as well.
Love that.
You know what I mean? They hate world wars, especially nuclear wars, and they're always about world peace. Especially if you listen to reggae music, they're always talking about peace, peace, peace. You know what I'm saying? One love and all that beautiful stuff. Reggae, I'm pretty sure everyone knows, originated in Jamaica in the 1960s, right? And is Jamaica's primary popular style of music. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they got other stuff there as well, like, you know, ska, they got mento, rocksteady, reggae, dub, dancehall, so many different things. Also, Jamaica is kind of known for their natural resources. So they got bauxite, they got gypsum, they got limestone. Bauxite is an ore from which aluminium is made. So according to global data, Jamaica was the world's seventh largest producer of bauxite in 2022, so just last year. Jamaica's national bird is the hummingbird, or known as the doctor bird, and it's only found in Jamaica. Right, so it's a particular hummingbird called the doctor bird, only found in Jamaica. And apparently, these birds, they got beautiful feathers. They have no counterpart in the entire bird population. You know what I'm saying? So big up Jamaica. Did you also know that one of the most rarest and most expensive coffees in the world is also grown in Jamaica?
Did not know that.
Blue Mountain Coffee.
Okay.
Ben, you got some Blue Mountain Coffee? Yes, sure.
Oh, as in to show them?
No.
Now if we've been in his house.
No.
Oh. I was going to tell you he's not Jamaican. So
Yeah, that's
we
what I'm
have
Oh, is that what you meant?
You're off your game this morning, Brent. What happened? What was your weekend like?
I didn't know that was. I was actually looking for bauxite, but that's what was most interesting. I wanted to know what they use bauxite for.
Okay. And last thing I wanted to mention is about the flag. So, the black in the flag, I think, is the Jamaica flag up on the screen?
Yeah.
I believe it is. Yes. The black depicts the strength and the creativity of the people.
Nice.
Gold, the natural wealth.
Lovely.
And the beauty of the sunlight. You know what I'm saying? You go to Jamaica, you're definitely going to see that. And the green is the hope of the country and also the agricultural resources.
Beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, big up Jamaica.
Jamaica. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure people are looking forward to this part. So the notable food,
Of course.
the dishes.
And
right?
you know who to say first. He gonna at you and go back.
All right. So, what would you say is the most popular Jamaican food?
Ooh.
Off the top of your head.
I'm gonna say my first introduction, I'd say is curry goat.
Okay.
Like if I think about like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I would
Obviously
say
now I'm obsessed with oxtail, but
yeah, oxtail. I had that for the first time this year. I
But
said
that's what I'm saying. I only had oxtail when I got with my ex. I'd never eaten it before, but that was his thing. But yeah,
oxtail slaps.
but mine was always that curry goat.
Let me get some today.
Okay.
I would say jerk, you know. Just because is it Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah, I mean jerk chicken.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? I would say
definitely.
jerk because the whites have tried to take it.
Terrible thieves.
Yeah.
But what about you? What would you say?
It has to be ackee and saltfish.
I can selfish.
That's the most popular one.
But I love. But
Is
you
this
know,
in Jamaica?
But I
Or
actually,
worldwide?
Jamaica.
Oh, we should have said that. Yeah,
but I
that's what I'm
actually
saying.
love ackee and
Oh,
saltfish though.
I thought you meant in general.
Yeah.
I've never tried it.
With hard food. Oh,
What's hard food?
Beautiful.
yam,
yam and
green
that.
banana, dumpling.
So it's like is it in a sauce?
No.
But do you mind, please?
What?
Put
And
ackee
it's
and
like-
saltfish.
You might
I'm
say
gonna
like
assume
egg, innit?
it
You
looks
say
like egg.
So
Basically.
you know like how you have
Oh, the one that
the
says
yam and
scrambled
egg?
eggs?
Yeah.
I ain't never eaten that.
Yeah, you're not.
It's nice though.
I would never eat that.
But it's nice. But basically that
So that's not egg?
that for breakfast. No, that's ackee. Have it for breakfast with the hard foods.
So what is ackee then?
It's a fruit.
It's a
actually.
fruit, you know.
Yeah, it's a fruit. But not fruit. Don't think of it fruit in a traditional sense. It's very like
Is it vegan?
yeah, it's a fruit.
Now ackee and saltfish slaps.
It's
Okay.
like
And then what?
Literally.
you like fish though, innit?
I do like fish, but is
like
a
it?
fish like sardine then?
No, it's
No,
saltfish.
it's better. It's saltfish. It's nice. I think you like it. I think you like it.
I
Yeah,
don't
'cause
think
it
she'll
looks
like it
looks
because of the
egg too much.
texture.
It just looks like egg too much. It freaks me out. It's
Yeah,
making
but
me-
it's nice though. Oh, with a festival. Don't piss me off. I even have ackee and saltfish and rice. It's nice.
yeah, someone just had it like
I mean,
like
even. That's a nice combination.
No,
Yeah,
but
I
it
just
is
saw
what
rice
I'm
up
saying.
there,
But my
so-
main go-to is always hard food.
And when they say yam, it's like the yam cooked,
It's
boiled
boiled.
yam. Oh, okay.
Boiled.
Boiled yam, dumpling, green banana,
Okay.
plantain.
That's it.
Plantain. Okay.
So yeah, man. I can saltfish. Like Esther said, jerk as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For those who don't know, you know what I mean? For the people who are not native to Africa and the diaspora who are listening in, it's a style of cooking native to Jamaica in which the meat is dry rubbed. And
Is that meant to be your Jamaican accent?
you know what? It wasn't, yeah. The last
How did we get here?
when I got to dry rub, I thought, I don't know what happened. I just thought
You're telling
add
the
something to it, but I didn't commit to it. So
It was like half and half, innit? Half-hearted.
I was hoping no one noticed. But
We noticed.
Yeah, I mean, it's too sharp in
Sorry.
this.
and yeah, man, dry rubbed or wet marinated with a hot spice mixture. That's the description. But yeah,
My sister
man.
she makes a jerk bagel.
Banging, innit?
Gosh.
How's that? What's that like? How?
So it's basically it's like jerk chicken,
Okay.
but in a
In
bagel.
a bagel.
Okay.
But like a bagel from the people that make the bagels the best.
Okay. Okay.
Fresh
okay.
bagels.
Yeah.
And then the last time she did it, I was like, do you know what?
Juice?
Yes. I said, thank you very much, Kanye. I said,
No, they make bagel proper.
listen,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
different.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
different. And I said, you know what? Let's fry plantain into this.
Have you heard of Game Changer?
Gina.
Can I be honest with you?
So good.
But guess what? I'm adding
What?
a
Egg.
fried egg, bruv.
What's your problem? Why you take me too far?
How? Do what you just
Fried
did.
egg.
Add a fried egg in
With
what you
chicken.
just yes, and plantain in a bagel,
Yeah.
and thank me later.
I'm gonna sit that one out.
No, honestly,
But it does. It slapped, man. I'm gonna have to pick up some bagels soon, actually. Because when we go, we just get quite a bit because obviously no one's making that trip again, and then we just freeze it, and then you just bring it out, put it in the oven, fresh as new. Do the same with baguette bread as well, works. But yeah,
Curried goat.
Yeah.
Like
I'm yet to have
Gina
that.
said.
You've never had curry goat?
Because I'm not really into curry. Curry has some dairy in it. Last time I had curry, it didn't go that well.
What had dairy in it?
I don't think it has. I don't
Curry
think
goat don't
Jamaican
have
one.
dairy in
The
it.
Indian curry has dairy. So
Yeah,
when
but
I
it's
eat
not the
curry,
same.
yeah,
It's not
no, it's not the
creamy.
same, it's not the same.
It's not
Okay.
creamy.
Because whenever I
It's
hate,
like coconut milk, right? If that.
If that, when I make curry goat, I don't put coconut milk in it.
what is it?
Wait. By the way, coconut milk in curry? Yeah, it's nice.
No, it's not. We didn't say it's not nice.
Was that dairy though?
No.
No, because it's coconut.
It's coconut water.
No,
No,
it's coconut
milk.
milk or coconut cream.
Oh, okay.
It's nice.
Is it?
Yeah.
I might try one day then.
No, but
like it.
not that way. The original way.
What, as in the coconut way?
Without the
Without
without
the-
the
Without
the
coconut.
Oh, so that's the original way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so if I get to a Jamaican restaurant, it should
And
be
you have
any
coconut.
Yeah,
You're
they
not
won't
gonna.
add
Yeah, it's
it,
not gonna have
yeah.
dairy in it.
Yeah. Okay.
I would suggest you go to a Trinidad restaurant, but alright.
Do they have coconut in there?
No.
Okay.
I put coconut, but I will do 2 curries.
Okay.
I'll do one with coconut and
Yeah.
I'll do one without coconut.
Okay.
You taste the difference.
Can you make me food, please?
Yeah.
I've been asking to
Thanks.
make food for time.
Yeah.
He ain't.
Because
Don't wait.
you're
enough.
coming to ask me for watching all them things there, coming around and getting
Yeah,
special deliveries
yeah,
to
don't
the
worry.
point where Mama's
Don't wait. Don't
where is
wait for
Brent?
the food. You
What
will
time
you
is
starve.
said?
coming? Move.
You will lose. If you wait for Brent to cook food, you're gonna lose them gains, girl.
Listen
But
to
you
me.
know what Brent used to do, yeah, back in the day,
All
yeah,
the
in the
time.
summer, yeah, when we
No,
used to
don't
record
talk about
pod.
the barbecue. He was barbecuing the other week, and
He used to barbecue.
And I
And
said,
then-
"What are you
Barbecue.
barbecuing?"
Every
I
week
said,
I
See,
barbecue.
you're cheeky. You
I
know
said,
what? You're
what
so
are you
cheeky because
barbecuing?
I've asked you. No, see you.
Brent,
Wait,
Gina, I
wait.
said to him, I said, "What are you barbecuing?" He said, "Chicken." I said, "Oh, I'll have some of that, please." He's like, "Yeah, okay, I'll serve it up for you. Maybe tomorrow."
Did it come?
I said, "You will lose your game
No, but
if you're
Esther,
waiting for
he
this
used
damn
to
barbecue."
he used to barbecue, yeah, and then
I
obviously
still
'cause-
barbecue every week.
Yeah, but
does,
it's
that's
cheeky
what's
because
mad.
you know that I enjoyed your barbecue when
That's
you used to do
what's
back in the
mad.
day, and even to the point where you're gonna start selling the food. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Nah, you're not lying. But now that you're told me, 100%, and I even do bake.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll don't worry. Leave it with me.
And a tofu
Yeah.
one, Brent, yeah?
Tofu?
Bye.
No.
For real.
No, you know what I love? Brent's honesty. No. Later.
Don't waste my time.
I said tofu.
Oh, dear.
All right, cool. The next thing I wanted to mention is obviously patties. We all know about patties.
Always.
Bammy.
What one do you guys get?
Well, now
Well,
I ain't got options much. You know
Before.
what I mean?
Do they have vegan patties?
Yeah, they got vegan ones.
Yeah.
Or vegetarian ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What one did you get before?
Beef.
Yeah, I always got beef. Gina? Brent? Patties.
When I do get patties, all the
I
meat
get lamb.
and the saltfish one.
Oh, yes.
It's done proper.
Saltfish one.
So,
Saltfish
so
is
have
nice.
the egg thing in it.
No, it'll just be
No.
the saltfish.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Aki is the egg
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Saltfish is saltfish.
That the patties. Wow.
You're serious.
No, but
You know, it's melt in your mouth. Nom nom nom. Sorry, nom nom nom. Yum. I don't know where that came from. Yum.
Yeah. Sound that
Yeah.
pussy.
Yeah.
But okay.
You eat that with rice, especially I like to eat it with rice and peas.
What, Aki and saltfish?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just melts in your mouth. Telling you, it's lovely.
Yeah.
But apparently, you know,
think you're
Aki,
worth
if you don't cook it correctly,
you can get ill, innit?
very dangerous. Yeah. Could be
Dangerous.
poisonous. Yeah.
Is it?
Dangerous.
Poisonous?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Bammy. But you know about Bammy?
Let me see.
All right. So basically, while Brent's looking it up, right, it's cassava flatbread.
Is it BAMI?
Double MY.
Oh.
Yeah, double MY. It's a cassava flatbread.
We should have got Marks to call in. See if he knows these things.
Do you know what? People are talking about cheesy beef, yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. I had it
I've
once,
heard
but
of
I
that.
think it was off, and ever since then, cheesy beef, they put
the patty?
cheese in the patty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but ever since then, I've just never been able to bring myself to eat it. Oh, it was so bad.
Oh,
That's the thing, is when you try something once and
It
it's
was
the wrong one.
I just thought, is
for
this
life.
off? Or it just tasted so bad. Since then, I'm too scared. But apparently, it's really good.
I'm gonna leave this other one. In fact, no. Let me just say it now because I don't want to leave that till last. I don't want to leave on that type of note. But but you heard of Manish water?
Yes.
All right. Have you
I
guys
Oh, I
had-
have heard of that.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't
man's
think that was
right,
Jamaican
Alright.
though.
I have.
Is that really Jamaican?
Was it on the list? Yes. Let's just attribute to them. I'm pretty sure they'll come up with something like this. All with respect to you guys. You know what I mean?
All right.
Gina, yeah, you said you heard of it, yeah? Do you know what it
Yeah,
is?
but what is it?
All right then.
I guess
tell
their
you.
version is better than is it Montserrat? version.
Montserrat.
Montserrat's version.
That's
Because this looks decent.
Okay.
That's it. Okay. It's like a soup.
Yeah.
Goat head soup.
Yeah.
Oh, Igbos eat that. Isewu.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they eat that.
Was it goat head?
Goat
Yeah.
head soup, yeah.
It's like goat head pepper soup.
But the head, and you see like the actual head.
I don't know.
Do
if
they break
leave
the head
it
in
there.
pieces there?
They probably, yeah, they
bit
must do.
violent.
They must do. They must marinate. Not marinate. What's the word? Soak
I'm
it
not
in
gonna
there and
lie.
stew it.
You know, seeing the head of like animals, yeah,
wanna
and they
think of
still
white
have the
people's
teeth.
head.
Obviously, the teeth. It's
It freaks me out.
I just think this is
Why are we doing
this
this?
looks like a ritual.
It does.
It does. It looks like a ritual.
It
like,
does.
why?
It's
Don't
goat
look
water.
at it through the white man's eyes.
You know, some
No,
like-
it looks like a ritual,
I
man.
feel like I can smell this. 'Cause you know sometimes certain foods just smell like meat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like just animal.
Sorry. Apologies. Correction. It's goat water that the monstrations eat.
Okay.
Yeah, and
so not soup.
somebody
that's
at
a
work,
different thing.
years
bring it.
ago, was there claiming that she had the best goat water, right? And she's like, I love it. She brought it in. I vomited. And I was in my head, I'm thinking, she just can't cook. I'm sure this isn't a reflection of how
what
goat
this
water
what
is
it is.
supposed to
Yeah,
be.
you just can't cook, man.
Because this looks decent.
Yeah, here bragging.
This looks decent, but
Yeah, I wouldn't try that.
But apparently it's got like everything in it. So like, obviously I think the main thing is the goat head, but I think other people add.
How big is a goat head?
So they might have tripe in there,
But do they break the head or like
I don't
do you just
know,
have
you know.
a head in the big pot?
probably, and then you just take the sleep and stuff.
nah, this looks nice, man.
Yeah.
Don't move like that because I'll start talking about dogs.
That's your business. Is that in my
Nothing to do
people?
with us.
Oh, is
First of
it?
all, anyway,
we don't have dog.
we don't first of all, anyway, yeah. We've been talking about Africa all month, yeah. And
have?
this month, okay, no, not all month, but majority of the conversations have been about African countries, and you have been putting faces. So I put one face for Jamaica. you will
But
just
this
accept
just
the
looks
face.
like soup, though. No.
It does actually,
All right.
but the other darker one you showed,
The goat water.
yeah, it looked like
Now that look like stew. Don't go on that. That looks like stew.
no, it does not.
This looks like stew. It looks like stew.
I don't know how
That's
kind of stew
very-
you in your country, but we don't eat stew like that. Ours is red and vibrant.
Oh, you only have red stew. You don't have different type of stews.
We do, but none of them is that color.
That one's quite.
Dark.
Yeah.
That's all right. Have you ever eaten oxtail?
I have.
All right.
What do you mean?
Stuck.
Not like that. That's a different level.
All right, and the last thing I want to mention.
Hold up. Before I
It's on a people point.
In fact, let me do it.
No, do it.
No.
No, we're here.
Why,
We're here.
why you finding it? Why you finding
Do
it?
it. Do it. Do it. Let's start this Monday on smoke. Do it.
You interviewed Jackie Aina, man. You're the best.
That's fantastic. Jackie, I see the picture. Put it up. Put it up.
But you've eaten oxtail stew before.
No, can I
right?
see it though? No, but I only ever get it in my container. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, but it's dark.
Oh, that looks lovely. Do you know what it is? When all you have to do is just add a bit of what's it called, green garnish to stuff here. It just looks like
Everything looks better, innit?
everything is better.
Yeah.
If you have the goat head and add a bit of green
garnish.
leaves into it, I'd be like, oh, and it's delicious. That's all. Just a sprinkle of something, some kind of herbs, plant. It's good to go, baby.
Baby.
Good to go. Yeah.
Sorry, Manuel.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that you guys must know the answer to this, right? What is the national drink of Jamaica?
Sorrel.
Is it Joural?
Did I make them horny anyway? Or the different
No.
ones?
Nah,
heard there's
I don't
different
think
ones.
so.
You don't
I was
know
gonna
it,
say
you know.
Guinness
Punch.
punch.
Rum punch.
You might have said my.
I had that last week.
Rum,
Oh,
basically just rum.
my
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, we did not get
No, sir.
we were off.
But yeah, man.
Right, and his nephews.
mhm.
Are they Jamaican actually?
I had the white people, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They
that's
could
what I
be
heard.
Jamaican.
So people were out here. Wait.
No,
People
they're not black.
people were fighting me over white men can't drink, but they were drinking Ray nephew over the weekend.
For sure.
Oh, okay, that's fantastic. Well done. Good job, everybody.
All right. Let's get on to some of the notable people.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna let you start off with any notable person that you can think of that is Jamaican.
Me baby father.
Mark.
Yes, 100%. Big up, Marks.
We didn't start with
What,
him,
you
we would've
don't
been
want to give him any horns? Are you rude?
I don't know if he's full Jamaican.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah, he's Mark. You see that me and Gina on your side. When you come back, you know who to cuss.
Literally. Them lot don't want to see you.
Listen, they don't.
Just give him horns anyway,
that's fine anyway.
please.
Brendan is the darker version of mine. So.
Thanks.
Notable people: Bob Marley,
Yes, 100%.
Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt. That's true. Cheryl Lee Ralph,
Yeah.
the Dream Girl, also in Abbott Elementary. What else has she been in? Can you put a picture up of Cheryl Lee Ralph, please? Because we're gonna give her some respect.
I was literally, do you know who in my head I was thinking of?
Mauritia's stepmom.
Aunt D.
Oh,
Aunt
yeah,
D.
yeah. Okay, yes.
Yeah, she's Jamaican as well. Hold on. Sorry, back to Jim, please. Put on the wrong Ghanaian. Thank you. Yeah, her. She's Jamaican. Who else is there? Oh, Popcorn.
Yes.
Popcorn.
Are we allowed to
What's
say
the one I
Vibes
like?
Are we allowed to say Vibes Cartel?
Yeah, why
He's
not?
Jamaican.
Free the world boss.
He's notable.
I can't say that, sorry. So I take it back.
Cranium. It was Cranium. Cranium, my favorite Jamaican artist. If he's Jamaican, I hope he is. Don't cook me if he's not. I think that would
Is
be
Dexter Daps is Jamaican, I believe.
You know he's got a wife.
Yeah.
He be doing all of that and he's got a wife.
Yeah, it's fine. It's part of the...
Bring the money in, baby.
Literally.
It's crazy.
Who else is Jamaican? Busta Rhymes. Is Busta Rhymes Jamaican?
Yeah,
He
I think
is.
parents, yeah. 100%, Biggie Smalls as well. His mum was.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Jamaican heritage.
Safari. Straight.
Not us on cue. I love that for us.
Yeah, man, loads of people, but of
Spice?
course.
Oh yeah.
Big up my girl, Spice.
How can we Spice? Big up Spice.
He's so confused.
What?
Skin out me? Never mind. Let me not sing it. You won't know what you
This is a wholesome show. This is a wholesome show.
I know. That's a tune, though.
That's a tune.
Can I say?
They're intense.
What does Spice is?
She's a
what-
singer.
What is she known for? What's that line?
Skin out me pum pum.
Jesus Christ.
Have you not heard the
Look at the
song?
camera, dude.
No.
No, so you can clip me.
You got it, Ben on
You know what's so funny? Yeah? I'm about to sing the song, but you will cry. Not me. Looking like this?
Not I.
No, not like this, please.
You know what I was gonna do? I'm so finished in my head.
What you
Obviously,
do?
before you mentioned Mags, innit?
Oh my gosh, no!
And he's like, my baby! Then I jumped to a skin up, me pum pum. And then everybody looking at you like,
That'd be perfect. Great.
Anyway,
Edit that, yeah. Just put it in the group chat.
he's good at it. The thing is, I did sing it though.
That's it.
So knowing
I
him,
think,
he's gonna make it work regardless.
I think do it. Put it in the group chat. Let's give a green light on that. Got my vote.
The way I'm singing the song in my head, it's like I really want to sing it. I'm like, no, Gina, friend's gonna use it to
That's
your
so funny.
advantage. Piss off.
That is too funny, man.
Sunday, don't worry.
Well, of course, you guys mentioned Bob Marley. Well, it's mentioned Bob Marley. One of the greatest musical legends of our time in any era. You know what I'm saying? Made some of the greatest albums, greatest songs of all time ever, right? Of course, you have to mention the Honourable Marcus Garvey.
Yes,
Big up him.
100%, man.
Someone did cuss us first. I don't know. You should have just sent the suggestion in. Sorry.
But yeah, man, he's probably the most notable, I think, of all Jamaicans.
I did not know that. You know?
I might be a bit biased, but you know,
Because
what I
he's
mean?
your
your
goat.
goat.
He's like the king of Pan-Africanism. You know what I'm saying? He created the UNIA, which is the United Negro Improvement Association, and the Negro World newspaper. He was all about doing for self. You know what I'm saying? Self-determination, economic self-reliance. And he was one of those that were really instrumental in just pushing the plight of black people around the world and being self-sufficient and actually returning home to Africa. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Also says here, Garvey's vision was for blacks to overcome their feelings of inferiority and build upon their own unique and evolving culture, and ultimately return to Africa to redeem their homeland and to build a future. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
He's recognized as the first black man to awaken the dignity of the black race in Jamaica, in North America, and in Africa. So everyone you pretty much, anyone that you think of that says pro-black, Pan-African, all trace their roots back to this man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Think about it. If everyone was actually raised to like believe in that with that level of confidence,
Yeah.
we'd be killing it, you know.
100%. 100%.
We'd actually be killing it. Love that.
100%. Leonard Howell, got to big up Leonard Howell. He's like the founding father of the Rastafarianism, of Rastafari movement.
Have you seen the clip of Aki and Papa? And I think it was a Nollywood film, and they were trying to do Jamaican things, and then actually, no, it's gonna be offensive. There, carry
Ben, you remember Merlin Otti?
Yeah.
Legendary. Yeah, when we was kids, like she was like probably the
She was cleaning up.
100% the fastest Jamaican athlete.
I was gonna say, what does she do? You guys are okay.
Yeah, she was an athlete. Amazing. In fact,
that's sick.
In fact, she's the oldest woman ever to compete in a major athletics championship at the age of 50.
I like.
50. Amazing. 100%.
Are we gonna picture up?
Yeah.
Yes, please. I used to love this woman, man. Our husband's getting it up. Raheem Sterling.
I did not know he was Jamaican.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I do. Sorry.
Okay, girl.
No, that sounded really bad. No. I do. No, do you know why?
You know for reasons that you're annoyed about.
No, because we went out one time and he was there and he was, when I say Papa, your apple,
Really?
nah, you. All that's missing is your
Like the
singlet.
Daily Mail
All
get,
that's
hold
missing
this.
is your singlet. Like your
The string vest.
Literally.
Oh, that's lit.
Can we say Akala? Is Akala Jamaican?
I think so. Yeah, his dad must be Jamaican, isn't it? Don't know why I said must be, but I think
I don't know why I said that.
Yeah,
But you
I
said that
think
for
he is.
her.
I think it's worth the gamble. Yeah. I can't
This
Jamaican
kid
man.
went black.
Do you know who we should also big up? We have to big up Elephant Man. Sorry, but I really like Elephant Man.
Sorry.
You didn't like Elephant Man growing up?
No. When you say Elephant Man, I watched a documentary one time.
Is it?
And there's an Indian man that was called Elephant Man because of his features.
Oh.
So whenever people say
you're
Elephant
talking
Man,
about the disformed.
yeah. So
I'm,
that's why I was like, where are we going with this?
no,
Okay, yeah.
I'm talking about artist wise. I thought that growing up, at the when Bashment was like making waves, Elephant Man was doing his thing.
Yeah, it was.
It was. But is everything okay over there?
I don't know.
Whose camera is this?
Screen keeps.
It ain't mine.
Is it because they're not liking the video?
Nah. Something was tweaking over on my end, but I think it's
Tweaking. I like that word.
done now.
Tweaking.
We out here tweaking.
Um,
Tweaking and shit.
we haven't spoke about many UK people.
Yes, please.
Michael Ward.
Michael Ward.
Big up.
Michael Ward.
Who else is Kano?
Okay.
Big up Kano.
Kano's Jamaican. Who else? I mean, why have you left the camera on me?
You're the one who said we haven't
I'm giving you 2 suggestions.
You said you have spoken about many UK people.
No,
I don't know
I'm saying we
anyone
haven't
else.
spoke about Jamaican people in the UK.
I don't know anyone else.
Oh, guys, come on.
Yeah, you know.
Big up all of them.
What's you know?
I was trying. I was
Ashadi.
Is Ashadi Jamaican?
I was thinking about it, then I remember Top Boy, he was Jamaican in Top Boy, so I wasn't sure if he was Jamaican in real life too.
I don't know.
So I wasn't sure.
There's just some other people that I wanted to mention. That's why.
He gives the Yoruba
Oh, go on,
people.
sorry.
So we got Levi Roots,
Yeah, 100%.
John Barnes,
Big up John Barnes.
Willard
Who's-
White.
Who's John Barnes?
Legendary football player, black football player.
Okay.
Played for England.
Sorry, Sir
So John Barnes.
Willard.
Oh, okay,
White.
sorry.
Willard is such a funny name. Steph London, actually. Is she Jamaican?
Yeah.
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 Gloria Campa. She was a barrister and the first black woman to study at Cambridge.
Beautiful.
You
Look
know
at
what I'm
that.
saying? Horns, please, Brett. And of course, you know The Voice newspaper?
Yeah.
The founder, Val McCullough. She Jamaican as well.
Okay, girl.
Mm-hmm.
She by herself. Love that.
Heather Rabbits. She was the first woman to be appointed as a director of the FA in 2011.
Diane Abbott.
Diana. Oh, she's
that what you said?
Jamaican.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Auntie Diane, you know.
Beautiful.
She's going through it.
Yeah, man. Loads of Jamaicans, man. They've contributed.
Yeah.
100%. 100%, man. So big up Jamaica.
Shaggy.
Yeah, yes.
Shaggy's a legend, man.
Ian Wright.
I did think about Ian, right? But I wasn't sure if he was Jamaican.
Thank you.
Center.
Yeah.
Why don't you get a camera that can follow me then?
But he said that.
Loads of people,
Stop
man.
moving.
Upgrade your kit. How about that?
And Ian Wright is Jamaican, yes.
Jamaican. Gigs is
Oh, yeah.
Jamaican.
Okay.
Naomi Campbell.
Naomi Campbell's Jamaican.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah.
She gives me like a Yoruba
She gives me
woman.
Nigerian.
She
Literally, I'm
gives
gonna say
me
she
Fumilayo
gives me
vibes.
Nigerian vibes.
But you
like,
know what? To be
okay.
fair, a lot of Jamaican people look like they could be from Nigeria, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Who knows where they got, like, where, what the slaves did and such. Even know.
Stylo G. Nah, it's not. Big up Marv, you know. Not Marv sending me names of Jamaicans. He said Stylo G.
Richard Blackwood.
Yes.
Stylo G. Yes, of course, man.
Love that.
Marv Brown,
Yeah.
since you're listening, big up you, Marv.
Big up Marv Brown.
Love you.
So yeah, man. Loads of people, man.
That's
Loads
sick,
of
man.
people.
Big up Jamaicans. I feel like Jamaicans are everywhere. They're like
100%.
Nigerians. They're
Yeah,
just everywhere.
100%.
I love that.
100%. Big up
It's lit.
Jamaicans, man.
They're a good bunch of people. They're fun.
Mhm. So yeah. That's it.
And they know how
for-
to party too, man.
They do. They love a
I'm
party.
not gonna lie. I just think black people in general.
Love a party. I like when like Jamaicans when it's like a dress nice type of function. They come in all white.
The white shoes,
The
and
white, the white trousers, all white everything. I'm like, all right,
And listen, Jamaica has been my best holiday destination. I've been 3 times.
I still need to go.
Yeah, Jamaica is
When you
is there
went-
is
specific-
up there for me, man.
When you went, were they doing them booty massages
Yeah,
in the
but
river?
so yeah, but
What's that?
let's not the water raft. Let's not talk about that. They be
Basically,
giving
they
happy
give him a
endings and
massage.
everything.
It's like a masseuse, yeah, on like in the wood, like the
you
well, like
water
waterfalls
raft.
and stuff. Yeah.
So you go to the water raft, which is really cool, and then they give like mud massages.
Okay.
But obviously they get all up in the crevices and the cracks of your
All the
body.
cracks and everything. They sort
Yeah.
everything out.
Oh, this is for the women's.
Yeah.
I guess the men can do it too.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's women for the men that want it.
Nah, it'd be who's
I mean, I've
available.
only seen
Huh?
It'd be
seen
who's
men.
available.
No, this is
I've only seen men do it, but it's the guys that do like the tours as well.
Okay. Of
But
course,
there's just so
that
much
must-
to do in Jamaica, man.
I bet
Like,
they look forward to that part of the tour.
it's such a good
The
time.
speeding past everything else. All right. You want to get your bikinis? Let's
I'm
do it.
so done. It's only
I do
the-
want to go
it's-
Jamaica.
It's
though.
only the last time I went that it's only when I went last year, innit? Well, yeah. It's only when I went last year that I saw that service being offered. But
Oh,
when
really?
I'd
Okay.
gone before, it was just the water rafting.
Oh, is it okay?
when you saw that service being offered, like, did you see people
My cousin, but
Did it,
she,
yeah?
but she only did her.
everything, yeah?
Her ankle.
No, she literally did her arms and up to her knees. It was jokes. She was just like, like you're
none
going
of
up
my
to
watch.
here,
Yeah.
literally.
Crazy,
But
crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, anyway.
but Jamaicans, you see Jamaican men, yeah, they love women. I feel like everyone loves women, but like they, you know
Nah,
what I
Jamaican
mean?
men are different, man.
Nah, honestly,
They're different. That's why their catcalling is different.
Can I be honest though? Yeah, when I went there, I just thought, do you know what it was for me? I think it's when I went there, they really appreciated my complexion.
Oh,
If that makes sense. And you know how they always say like Jamaicans, they always give you nicknames based on like your appearance or something, right? So it was just all about my skin, literally. And I
That's
just thought,
Period.
This is it, man.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's lit, man.
But they're one of the most blessed set of people on the God's heaven.
no, they are, man.
They are. They're lovely.
They're a
They're a lovely
vibe.
bunch.
Like he really poured into them. Like really poured into them.
They talk about the beanies.
They're actually a vibe. Beanie Man.
Big up Beanie, man.
Sorry.
Oh, I meant the girls.
I know, but yeah.
But no, there's a lot of notable Jamaicans, man. That's
Yeah,
it, man.
loads,
Big up all the
loads.
Jamaicans. Happy Heroes Day.
Yes.
I think that's such a wholesome thing to have as well. Celebrating you guys as heroes. That's sick. But yeah, man. All right. Let's get into our headlines. For Empress. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I'm Empress out.
All right, so our first headline, I'm pretty sure you guys can guess what a lot of these headlines will be about. And the first one, the Foreign Secretary, James Cleverly, has come out and he said that the UK has not been successful yet in opening the Rafah crossing into Egypt to help British nationals leave Gaza. So British nationals have been told to be ready to use the South Gaza crossing, which is currently the only route out. Yeah, Hamas, Egypt, and Israel all exercise control over who can pass through. James Cleverly said that he was working with Israel, Egypt, and other leading political voices in the region to open the crossing. Speaking on Sunday with Laura Kusenberg, Mr. Cleverly said that the gate was key to evacuating British nationals and providing humanitarian support for the people of Gaza. The US government is also working to try to open the Rafah crossing to allow Palestinian Americans to leave. A statement said on Saturday that officials had been working with Egypt, Israel, and Qatar for a number of hours to try to open it. A US State Department spokesperson said its citizens were being told to move towards Rafah because there may be very little notice if the crossing opens, and it may only open for a limited time. The last week has seen the supply of water, food, and energy to Gaza cut off, prompting an international concern about the potential for a humanitarian disaster. Next headline is kind of like a continuation of that, because I'm not too sure if you guys heard, but over the weekend, again, they turned off the water
Do you know how mad that is?
Yeah. It's crazy. Like literally everything I'm seeing, reading,
It's shocking.
hearing about is talking about how Israel have pretty much gone too far.
They're doing way too much.
But that's even currently. People are scared that it may go to a next level because
why are you turning off all these things?
this
That's
is
something about them turning off the internet.
everything. Electricity's gone.
So that means you don't want.
water.
So whatever you are planning to do, you don't want them to be able to tell the world what is being done. And I'm still seeing people talking about 3 million being donated to this person, no, this company.
This is it. Well, there's a bit of good news here anyway, because apparently yesterday Israel reopened the water supply in South Gaza after President Biden intervened. So this is just days after warning of the importance of the rule of law. So the about turn happened 3 days after the energy minister, Israel Katz, wrote on social media that no electrical switch will be turned on, no water hydrant will be open, and no fuel truck will enter until the abductees were free. This is how they're talking, you know what I'm saying? Or were talking anyway. But like I said, US President had open talks with the Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu. They precipitated the decision to reopen the supply of water. So since this anyway, apparently people are saying that they still don't have access to the water. So they've apparently turned it on, but there's nothing flowing that we can actually use, you know what I'm saying? So, but again, that was somebody I think tweeting from there saying that my family ain't got no water. So yes, they're saying that they've turned the water on, but we ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Was that because the pipelines have been affected by something?
Potentially, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So again, I'm not too sure about the overall thing, but I did notice that particular tweet. Biden himself brought up the importance of protecting Palestinians on Friday in a speech in Philadelphia that he began by pointing to the 1,000 innocent lives lost, including at least 27 Americans in the brutal Hamas terror attack on Saturday. He touted US efforts to make sure that Israel has what it needs to defend itself and to respond to these attacks. That's the end of that particular headline. But I want to ask you guys, everyone is talking about, like literally every politician I'm seeing, from David Lammy, Keir Starmer, to Cleverly, to Sunak, everyone's talking about, from both parties, all parties, talking about Israel has the right to defend itself. They do, right? But do you feel like at this stage, this is defense, or is this an offensive?
Do you know what it's giving? Yeah, because I feel like everyone has a right to defend themselves, but it's like it has to be fair game. You're kind of still English. You're kind of limiting their defense, and then still attacking on the same energy. Do you get me?
It's not playing
it's
fair.
Not fair. You're not playing fair.
But the crazy thing is, there is no fair in war, though. Like, unfortunately, it literally is. It's nuts.
But you know what makes it there's cheeky though is that they're shouting to the whole world like we're the victims of the victims. People are donating and whatever. Yeah. But then you can tell that they're the ones with more power because they're the ones. Gaza and Palestine is not trying to turn your water off, not trying to take your internet, not trying to do all these things. Like you are saying this is an escape route. Why they're trying to escape? Yeah. You're allegedly bombing them, like throwing bombs while they're trying to escape. Do you get me? So at this point, it's like you can't have it both ways. You want the world's support in that where is us kind of thing, or are you still gonna go ahead doing these things and still wanting support of where is us? Because I feel like the narrative is slowly starting to change. I feel like at the start everyone was like, oh my gosh, like free, justice for Israel and blah blah. But now that people are seeing you are doing too much, everyone's like, you like
it's changing.
Are you alright? You're actually being horrible to.
Okay. Brent, what is that?
No. So.
I said bomb.
No, it's because of your gestures.
Is this what Taser was talking about the other day? See how the balloon thing kept happening?
Let me see, do it again.
What did you do?
I don't know, I'm just talking.
Do this.
But what just... Oh, what? That is jokes.
What kind
is that the gesture?
So when you're talking about this particular thing, don't
put thumbs up.
Yeah. So different messages.
Keep your hands on your lap.
But yeah, do you get what I mean? So I feel like I'm hoping that the world is... Because I'm seeing politicians. I saw Sadiq Khan say something over the weekend. I said, oh, that's a bit... That's brave. If they get you out here, I hope they get rid of the black hole tunnel charges
and the ULS and everything that you've done.
Everything. But do you get me? So I'm seeing more people like openly speak about free Palestine because this is moving mad. And I think that's what it is. You can defend yourself, absolutely, but you can't... Like, we are seeing you take away how they're going to defend themselves when you attack. But still attacking on the same energy.
And what's crazy is, I think the subtle difference is, right, is that this is not a normal war where it's like a country against another country. Yeah. This is a country against a terrorist group or a militant group, whatever you want to label them as. But most of the casualties, if not every casualty, will be the regular citizens.
This is it.
And this is the problem. And the thing is, though, Hamas is using that, though. They are using it. To be fair to Israel, they are using this to kind of force Israel's hand, because they know how much Israelis don't like them, 100%. Yeah. And it's likewise, you know what I'm saying? The sentiment goes both ways.
Yeah.
But they know that for them to attack Hamas, right, they're going to have to take out civilians. And they know how this is going to make Israel look. And we're seeing it right now. And it's funny you mention that, because this is why there was so many different pro-Palestinian protests over the weekend.
Yeah.
All over, right? Which leads on to the next headline, because Jeremy Corbyn was at one of these, right? Mm-hmm. And he told thousands of pro-Palestinian protesters at a rally in London that they must condemn the Israeli army's actions in Gaza, right?
He's not doing well for the PR he's got.
It's funny you say that as well, because I saw they love to harass Corbyn, you know. He's got patience, you know. He's got patience. Because I feel like if he was...
It's because it's gentle. If he was like Boris...
But Corbyn is one of the things I like about Corbyn is the fact that he don't tolerate nonsense. Yeah. I love that about him, right? But I feel like if he was, I don't know, let's just say he was mixed race. He had a bit of black in him. He would have backhanded a few people.
100%.
100%.
100%. We would have to have a running GoFundMe to bail him out.
But yeah, man, big up Corbyn, man. But yeah, the former Labour leader addressed pro-Palestine supporters in the capital as people armed with placards demanding Israel stop bombing Gaza took to the streets in protest across major UK cities, including Manchester. They were in Liverpool, they were in Bristol, they were in Glasgow, Edinburgh, Newcastle, throughout the country, man. Speaking to crowds in London, where the Met Police said that they had deployed more than 1,000 officers, right, amid fears of clashes. The independent MP for Islington North said it is a day of solidarity and it's a day of hope. There are many who say that nobody should be here today because they'll be condoning terrible things. None of us are here to condone killing. None of us are here to condone occupation. None of us are here to allow this assault on the people of Gaza and the people of the West Bank to go on. Today, as we wave the Palestinian flag, let's hear it for the people of the West Bank, for the people of Gaza, for the people of the refugee camps, and say very bluntly to our political leaders in this country, do not condone war crimes, do not condone the starvation and the denial of medicine to desperate people in Gaza or anywhere else. If you believe in international law, if you believe in human rights, then you must condemn what is happening now in Gaza by the Israeli army. He spoke out, man. You know what I'm saying? And we already know that he's been accused of anti-Semitism. This is how they got him out of there. You know what I'm saying? Just making up crap.
Did you see that with the protests? They said to them that they weren't allowed to go through a certain area, and anyone who did would be arrested. And then when you looked up the area, it was because it was to the Israeli embassy.
You see?
So people were not allowed. You could protest, but they weren't allowed in a certain area.
Radius or something.
And then when people would put it on Google Maps what that area was, the embassy was. Which is crazy because obviously protests always happen at the embassy.
Yep. It's a different thing when it comes to, you know what I'm saying? So
It's giving what's that guy, that rapper? It was a song. It was a Joural song. And I don't know these boys. I think it was Heady One. It was Heady One. And he was a lot of like shh, shh, shh.
Oh yeah.
That's what he sounded like when you did that. It's crazy, man. But
yeah, man.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, that's it for the headlines.
Let's get into our what you saying topic of the day. It was one of our guest hosts' birthday. Well, it is one of our guest hosts' birthday today. Big up Paul Wale. Happy birthday.
Big up.
Happy birthday, King. Oh, wow.
All right.
What are we talking about today?
So today's topic of the day, and I'm going to ask you guys permission first, because this might be a bit of a long one, right?
Okay.
So if you guys are okay with it.
No?
Okay.
Are you going to ask? You know, that's a trick question.
I'm being polite. You know what I'm saying?
No, we're here. We're riders. Let's do this.
You're going to obviously be involved. Topic of the day.
Well.
But the thing is, I remember like just speaking or thinking about the Million Man March, right? Mm-hmm. And for those who don't know, the Million Man March was a large gathering of African-American men.
Sorry.
Why are you laughing?
Why are you laughing?
Have you seen those videos of the American men that have been marching in suits? Please tell me you've seen them. No, the men just in suits.
Yeah,
and they come in.
They're just dressed up nice, innit?
Bro, they're on a march. They don't go to brunch. No restaurant can take that many orders. They literally go on a march with... Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
I'm going to find it because literally it's all flavors of suits. All Some of them look like Drake's dad.
Really?
It's all flavors of suits.
gosh.
And they just go on a march. I don't know what they're marching for. I don't know what the cause is. So when I saw this, I thought, oh, this is lovely. Maybe this is what they've been doing. I'm going to try and find it.
Here's I've got it for you. This is the most recent one I've seen. Anyway.
Okay.
I'm not going to play the audio, but this is what she's talking about.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
All flavors.
They're not marching. They're just in
Yeah,
a line.
yeah. I think I've seen it somewhere.
Oh,
but I've
that is
seen
every
one.
colour of the rainbow.
Girl. All flavors.
It's
But
the
I've
hats
seen
for
one where
me.
they're all like, they're coming down the stairs. When I tell you there's like hundreds and hundreds, well, you guys know I can't count, but there's bare of them.
Beer.
Bare of them.
So are these African American and Congolese?
There's something. There's
Isn't Philly at the end
something.
of this?
Huh?
Isn't Philly at the end of this line?
What?
I'll show you.
Look at the flavors.
Who's
honey.
this?
They do this. That's not Philly.
Is that Philly?
That is, man. That is. You're saying it's not. That is. Are you saying it's
What are
not?
they called?
That's him. That's
That
him.
is Young Philly.
Yeah, man.
That is him to the to his core. Even the moves he's doing.
Yes. That is
What's
him.
the video called?
Video of black men in suits.
Oh. I promise you, they do this regularly. They've been doing this for a few years now.
Serious?
Yes, it's a march. I
Oh,
don't know what
nice.
they're marching for. This,
Must
they're
be
all just
something
stood there
productive.
posing.
Must be something.
It's a march.
March for misogyny. Sorry, misogyny. What? Yes,
He did. He did.
I don't know what you're talking
did.
about.
I'm going to edit that one and put it up myself. I need the password.
I didn't get the goddamn memo.
It got flued out.
I got my speech ready, guys.
He was in Chicago when they were having it, man.
Oh, dear.
Yes. All right. So, the Million Man March, right? Because the thing is, I feel like everyone has heard of the Million Man March.
Yeah, but you were telling us what it was there before.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Okay. So, the Million Man March, right, was basically a large gathering of African American men, right, in Washington, D.C. This day, today, October 16th, 1995.
Okay.
So, this is one of the biggest movements that's ever happened in American history. And it was led by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, right? He was the one that called this particular thing, working obviously in conjunction with other black leaders, black organizations to bring this about. Now, the reason why I want to talk about it is because of all the different things that they brought up in their agenda, right? And obviously because it was a momentous occasion, right? And the fact that it's never been done. And I feel like I was saying, many people have heard of the Million Man March.
Yeah.
But they don't know the detail about the Million Man March. And so the question pretty much is, after obviously we kind of interrogate different things about it and go into its significance and legacy, do we need one today,
Okay.
right? Because let's start off here. Like on a surface level, marches, what do you feel about marches?
I feel like it's for something. It's in the cause. It's to raise awareness about something.
Yeah.
I'm here for marches.
Okay.
March along.
Do you feel like they are productive and they actually do something though?
I think they can be.
I think it depends
Depends
on
what
what
happens.
what your goal is with the march.
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I mean? I guess if it's to create awareness, then they definitely do that. But I don't know how far it goes beyond that. If I'm being completely honest with you.
I think it can get like conversations rolling, but it depends. I feel like it depends. There's a lot of circumstances. It would have to be like a peaceful march. It would have to be
Yeah.
where we've got what we want, and we can get a meeting to sit down with somebody, and we're like, it has to go beyond just marching. I don't think
100%.
march starts and stops with marching. That won't do anything. It has to be there's a plan in place, and marching is one of the ways of raising awareness for what's happening, basically.
Okay. But what about you? What's your thoughts on marching?
Yeah, I love a march.
Never what?
I love a march.
I sound like you said a munch.
No. Especially if it is that you're marching to Jericho and that. You get me?
Period.
Walking to Jericho. There we go.
Did you get it the first time?
No, she didn't.
No, you didn't. Oh, because you said it, especially if you're marching to Jericho. And I was like, period.
No, I didn't get it.
Right.
You wasn't listening.
So you hear walk to Jericho and you're activated.
Yeah, literally. Look at that. I wasn't even paying
You ready?
attention. As
She was
soon as I
walk
heard
to
it, I
Jericho, she
was
was
like,
like, let's do it.
got it.
That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, if it's for the right cause and whatnot, I think it could be good. I mean, depending on how many people turn up, I don't think like a little jaunt with 10 people is enough.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But I like a march, man.
All right, cool. Well, this particular march in 1995, like I said, called by the Honourable Minister Louis Farrakhan of the Nation of Islam, and one of the primary motivating factors for the march was to place black issues back on the nation's political agenda.
The Muslim issue. Sorry. Islam nation issue.
No, black issues.
No, but you said in the nation, right? As in worldwide nation. The
back
nation of
on
the country.
America's political.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, was it an agenda for y'all or agenda for America?
No, for America.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
because it seemed as though, wait a minute, there was like, you care about our votes. You come and it looks like you appeal to us. You get in the office and you forget about us. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great march. That's a good reason to march.
And that's basically what it was. And at the time of the march, right, African Americans faced unemployment rates nearly twice that of white Americans.
That's mad.
Right? They had a poverty rate of more than 40%. Yep. And there was a median family income that was about 58% of the median for white households.
Yeah, get your boots on.
Also, more than 11% of all black men were unemployed. And for those aged 16 to 19, the number of unemployed had climbed to over 50%.
Yeah, that's great.
Of course, it's they're 16 to 19, but still, right? But again, those figures are crazy. But look at what it is in America, in the UK today. This is why I'm asking this question. Do you feel like something like this is relevant? Like, you know what I'm saying? Can it really achieve certain things, right? So again, I said in America, unemployment rate was nearly twice that of African Americans face unemployment rates nearly twice that of white Americans.
Yeah.
In this country, if you look at it by ethnic background, by race, or whatever, black men, 6%. White men, 3.3%. So not exactly twice as much, but almost, right? White women, 2.8%. Black women, 7.7%.
What the hell?
Yep. Exactly.
I was going to say that. Actually, never mind. I was going to say it's because the girls aren't registering their business on HMRC.
Who knows?
Maybe.
So,
you know what I'm saying, yeah? Also,
that's mad though.
White households in the UK, and again, this is from 2020 data that the Guardian published, right? So I'm not making it up, right? White households in the UK have incomes of 63% higher than black households.
63%?
63%.
Yikes.
Cool. And even after taxes and benefits, which will kind of level things out, not level it, but kind of adjust them a bit, right? They're still nearly a fifth better off. This is according to official figures. The ONS said that the average white household income in the financial year to 2019 was 42,371 compared to 35,500 in Asian households, and in African Caribbean households all the way down to 26,000. So look at the difference. White households, 42,000. African Caribbean households, 26,000. Like I said, after tax and benefits, the final income, it kind of levels it a bit more, but it's still 38% for white households and for black households, 32%. Also, the other thing that I wanted to compare was, remember I mentioned about the poverty rate. Now, according in 2020, also the Social Metrics Commission found that nearly half, 46%, right, of all people living in families where the household head was black, African, Caribbean, or black British, right, were in poverty.
Yikes.
I'm not trying to bring it down today, but I am just trying to say
we almost have to start tying up our shoes.
Yeah, and again, I'm just trying to again just related to why they marched back in 1995, and also like Brent was saying the other day. The elections are coming up potentially next year.
Yeah,
I think we need to start thinking about the relevance of this, because we've been voting since we got to this country, or since we were allowed to vote, right? And in 2023. Right? Well, granted, this was 2020, right? 2020, pardon me, right? Nearly half, 46% of all people.
It's so interesting that you brought the elections up, because I think that's such a good point. Because when you do listen to the manifestos and stuff, it's like it's an umbrella. We're gonna sort out unemployment, but when you then read the statistics between black and white unemployment, ours is worse.
Yeah.
So even what they're talking about, what they're gonna bring into it, is hardly gonna trickle down to black people. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is important. We need actually to be asking the right questions.
100%.
We need to get some people put some politicians on this show,
We definitely gonna have to. We're definitely gonna have
in
to.
a hot seat.
Because we need to know what it is you can do for us.
Yeah, this is it.
You know what I'm saying? Again,
Why do you want my black vote? And that's what they ask in America,
Precisely.
Yeah.
They actually because their manifestos they actually market to black people.
Yeah.
They market to Latina people. They market to Mexican. Like they will actually go into the
They go
community and be
to
like, this is what we're doing for
your
you.
community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here they'll just be like, oh no, why we're going to sort our TFL? Yeah, we're going to sort our NHS.
It's because remember Britain isn't a racist country.
Oh, that's true.
why.
That's what they
Thank you
say.
very
You
much.
don't see
So,
race over
yeah,
here,
they don't
that's
see
why.
colour.
This is it.
They don't think
They
it's
don't
an
see
issue. That's
colour.
why. And knowing them, it's race debating. Like when they start
Yeah.
doing that stuff, it's like
Don't need to play the race cards. Everyone's facing unemployment
They don't
issues.
want us to. Yeah.
Well, it's also because they have a lobbying, a voting bloc over there, and the black leaders of the black churches, they basically advise their flock where to go. And it's a good thing that they have a voting bloc over there because they know the power images that they basically wield. And that's what it is that we have to have over here.
Yes. I was just about to ask you that, man. Can we?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm optimistic. I mean, you have to start somewhere, right?
Facts.
Right.
Facts. All right. So again, like I said, this wasn't just a purely political. Well, I didn't say this, but this wasn't a purely political march, because obviously we know black people. We've all got something in common. We're spiritual people. You know what I'm saying? We got to bring God into everything, and rightfully so, right? But so this was also one to kind of bring about healing in the communities, right? So again, Farrakhan's message was around 3 different themes: atonement, reconciliation, and responsibility. So again, a lot of time we've spoken about on the show how when we have discussions about how we can do certain things better, I've seen in the chat personally, oh, what about the responsibility for black men? Why is it you guys are always talking about black women? You guys have even said it as well, and rightfully so.
I was why are you quoting me? You seem right opposite me. At me.
No, I'm saying both
at
of
me
you.
next
Both of
time.
you. No, but you're correct. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think maybe on 1 or 2 occasions we've tried to do that on the show. You know what I'm saying? But still, maybe it needs to be done in such a way where it involves all of us. Again, like this march wasn't for black families necessarily. This was for black men, so that you could talk directly to the men and say, "Yo, fix up, because you guys are messing up here. This is why your families are broken. This is why you rely on governments. This is why your women rely on the government. This is why you have no say in your household." How do you break up a community? You break up the community by attacking the family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when the minister was speaking about started his speech, right, he was kind of relating it. Looking at the significance of the history. So again, they were all gathered in Washington D.C. on the Washington Mall, right? And then, but you've seen before, you know how they talk about the seal on the dollar. And all them type of things there, and all the significance and all them type of things, right? Apparently, in the design proposed by the first committee, when they were coming up with all of this type of symbolism, right, that would represent America, the face of the seal was a coat of arms, right, that was measured into 6 quarters. Now, those 6 quarters represented England, Scotland, Ireland, France, Germany, and Holland. These are all countries, right, from which the new nation of America would be peopled, right, would be populated. And a lot of these people, obviously, if not all, colonized black people, enslaved black people. So it begs the question, like, all the time, not all the time, but every now and again, it comes up in our discussions about how we are trying to fight certain things in the system. If, for example, the thinking behind the formation of that particular system didn't have us in mind, is it a futile thing for us to try and fight this particular system if they never thought of us in the first place? Maybe futile is a bit strong, but is it a surprise to us why it seems as though everything's so difficult when we wasn't in the plan?
It's not a surprise, but I don't think it needs to stay the way it should stay the way it stays, because we've been contributing to the economy, to everything that makes the country what it is. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that they didn't have plans for us. Of course they did. Of course they didn't. I don't think they thought slavery was going to be abolished. Do you get me? So they might be discovering stuff and having to plan things in real time, but we're here now, so
Yep, 100%.
sort it out.
Also, the minister spoke about something called the Kerner Commission, right? And the Kerner Commission was something, was a report. So you remember, I think just the other day, we were talking about certain reports that's been done by the Met Police, by independent boards, to look at racism and all that type of stuff, and how racism or, just people's discriminatory thoughts, right, plays a part in how they deal with us. Look at the situation with Chris Kaba. We know full well if this brother wasn't a black man, he would be alive today.
Yeah.
Even if he's going to be arrested or in prison, he would be alive to tell the tale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He can still have a future. This man is gone. You know what I'm saying? Fiance, no, is not going to get married to him. Daughter has no father.
Yeah.
Such a
Was she
waste.
pregnant at the time, or did they just have a baby?
Yeah, I think
pregnant at the time.
Yeah.
And it's still from his dead body as well. How mad that is as well.
Imagine. What type of people would... Anyway. I mentioned that just to relate that at the same time, there was a particular commission that Farrakhan referenced, right? And basically that commission, which was done by Lyndon Johnson in the 60s, right? He, got it commissioned. And basically what they said was that the nation was moving towards two Americas. This in the 60s. One that's black and one that's white, right? Separate and unequal. This is what I said. They've then revisited these the findings, right? 25 years later, so more around the time of the Million Man March, and they said the same thing. Well, they said that America was worse. They said it was worse, and they said it was worse than in the time of Martin Luther King. There's still two Americas. One's black and one's white, and they're definitely separate and unequal. So again, I'm now relating it to today, and I'm saying, when we're hearing these reports that's done by independent bodies, that's done by the Met Police, that's done by all these things that we've tried over the years to talk about, and they're now coming out and they're telling us all these things, and then you get people like our beloved sister Kemi Badenoch talking about these things don't exist. There is nothing systemic about it, this, that, and the third. I don't know, man. Like, what comes to mind?
First of all, Kemi's a sister, not a sis. There's a difference. I don't know, man.
Well,
yeah, it's just a great way to start the week.
No, but I'm pretty sure, like you would say yourself, right? It's best to start informed.
Well, no, we have to. We have to. But I think that's what it is as well. Is that it's a it's a harsh truth. It's a harsh reality.
Yeah.
But it's something that we need to think about. It's something that we can't
Ignore.
not talk about it. Yeah, we can't ignore. We can't not talk about it. It has to be talked about because hopefully that is what will bring about the change that we actually need to see happen.
100%. I also wanted to mention something. And I think Brent, we both mentioned it on the show. Remember the Willie Lynch letter?
Yeah.
Cool. Again, in this particular speech, right, this legendary speech, the minister brings this up, right? And I want to read out certain parts of it. Yeah. Because again, I'm not, honestly, in fact, let me not even say anything. Many people haven't read the Willie Lynch letter. Yeah. It's a short book, by the way, if you're interested. I think you can get it on Amazon for less than £5. Mm-hmm. Right, yeah, very short book. And basically, this is just, it's a letter from a slaveholder who had slaves in the Caribbean or whatever it may be. And he was advising people on how to keep your slaves enslaved in the mind because he foresaw that in the future.
The white guy?
Yeah, 100%. He knew in the future that we won't be able to keep black people in chains physically, but we need to somehow get them to behave like they're still in chains so that we can still have this white supremacy that we are seeing today in 2023 whilst we're sitting here talking about it, right? I'm going to read something out to you guys. And tell me if you feel like it's relevant or if you feel like it's just coincidence, right? Because, again, informed, right? This is what he says. He said, in my bag, I have a foolproof method of controlling black slaves. I guarantee every one of you, if installed correctly, it will control the slaves for at least 300 years. My method is simple. Any member of your family or your overseer can use it. I have outlined a number of differences among the slaves, and I take these differences and I make them bigger.
What?
He said, I've outlined a number of differences amongst these slaves. I take these differences and I make them bigger.
Enters colorism.
Yeah. God bless you.
Colorism enters the chat.
It's going to be more spoken about specifically. It's coming, right? This is what he said. I use fear, I use distrust, and envy for control purposes. These methods have worked on my modest plantation in the West Indies.
Not modest.
And they all work throughout the South. He said, now look, take this simple little list and think about it. On the top of my list is age, but it's only there because it starts with an A. The second is color or shade. Color or shade. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Colorism. We talk about it on the show.
All the time.
It's still here, right? From then. He said, next, obviously, there's intelligence, the sex, size of plantation, the status of a plantation, the attitude of the owners, whether the slaves live in the valley or on the hill, north, east, south, or west, have fine hair or coarse hair, whether the slaves are tall or
Texturism.
short. Thank you very much. It's all there. This man was from back then, right, in the 1700s.
What a
He
genius.
did say 300 years. So
Yeah. But it's still going strong, though.
that's the thing.
That's why I called him a genius.
Because he really thought, he sat down and thought it through.
Literally.
100%.
And this is
100%.
I got the answers.
how many years later?
Yeah.
Still living it.
And what's crazy is he knew he wouldn't be alive, but he wanted his people
To carry it on. That's the legacy. You want to carry it on.
Thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't enjoy it, my children must. But a lot of us, look at our presidents.
That's legacy right there, boy.
This is it. Look at our presidents. I must enjoy right now, and my children must. They don't care about tomorrow, for the country, nothing, right? And this is what he said. He said, now that you have a list of differences, I shall give you an outline of action, right? But before that, I shall assure you that distrust is stronger than trust, and envy is stronger than adulation, respect, or admiration. The black slave, after receiving this indoctrination, shall carry on and will become self-refueling and self-generating for hundreds of years.
Because that's why we don't like to find a black person who is willing to like genuinely like just help you with something and just give to you without wanting anything back.
Yeah.
It's such a rare quality that when you give that to people, they feel like, nah, there must be a catch. Like at some point you're gonna ask me, but that's where it comes from. That whole envy and distrust thing is why we see each other as competition.
Yeah.
When really and truly, if we all came together, we can all build, and like that's why we have this whole, it can only be one each time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It can only be one. It can
Exactly.
only be one. These times, the world is so vast.
I
I've always said that black people is as if they tied our destiny somewhere to a tree. But here we are.
Exactly. So remember, he said this would happen, right? They will be self-refueling and self-generating for hundreds of years, maybe thousands of years. That's what he says. Now, don't forget, you must pitch the old black male against the young black male, and the young black male against the old black male. You must use the female against the male, and you must use the male against the female. You must use the dark-skinned slave against the light-skinned slave, and the light-skinned slave
You actually gave a whole
against the
play-by-play,
dark-skinned slave.
Literally.
This is just an excerpt.
The misogyny is in there now.
You know what I'm saying? You must also have your white servants and overseers distrust all blacks. But it's necessary that your slaves trust and depend on us.
Here we are.
We fighting over
That'll do
political
it.
parties, thinking those people
Care about
can
us.
do it for us.
Yeah.
The whole time they've all got this book on their shelves.
You know what I'm saying? He said they must love, respect, and trust only us. Gentlemen, these keys are your keys to control. Use them. Never miss an opportunity.
Who is this guy?
Willie Lynch.
What do you look like? Is there a picture? Did they have pictures back then?
Yeah, this is mad, isn't it? He said, yeah, never miss an opportunity. And if used intensely for 1 year, the slaves themselves will remain perpetually distrustful. Thank you, gentlemen.
Because he started it, yeah, and we've just helped them carry on.
This is it.
But that was the whole plan, innit?
That was
he
the
said
whole
it
plan,
already.
yeah.
This is it. How do we get out of this? Because again, on the show, I think especially US, you spoke about the importance of therapy and all these type of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't we need a therapy for the entirety of black people?
Yeah, we need a cleansing.
Because how do we
As a
how do we
community.
get
Well, we
away
need
from
deliverance.
The thing is, it's too indoctrinated in us, right? Like, it's the good thing is, I feel like the reason why we're in a better position now is because we're very aware.
Yeah.
So there are some of us who are actually trying to break these. I see it as like a generational curse. You get what I mean? Like they're actually trying to.
It is a generational curse.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's trying
100%.
to not be the
not carry on.
stereotype or to
just-
carry
yeah.
on. There are a few, but obviously, it's hard to break off something that is all you've known.
Yeah.
But you also have to be aware of it first as well. Do you get what I mean? Because how can you work on something you're not aware about?
But that's why, like, say with therapy, for example, yeah, when you are in therapy and stuff, you become more self-aware and stuff like that. I feel like when you start to look at yourself and how it is that you are as a person, blah, blah, that's, you treat people better. And I think that's how that spreads. And as a community, we start to treat each other better. Nobody that's in therapy, that's doing the actual work, that's moving the way they should be moving, is not treating other people better. And that's what it is. We need to treat each other better.
Yeah.
We need to love each other more. We need to respect each other more. Like all of this stuff, all of this colorism, texturism, misogyny, all of these things, at the root of it is some form of hate. Is some form of envy. Is some form of just dark emotions. Do you know what I mean? That we've taken
100%.
extreme. It's a problem, man. It's a shame.
This is it. But again, this is why I kind of bring the attention to the march, because with all of that mentioned, again, in the same speech, the minister says, in spite of all that division, in spite of all of that divisiveness, they responded to that call, and more than 1 million black men turned up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that at least speaks to us wanting something. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, I feel like it takes a special type of person to be able to call 1 million black men anyway to turn up, right? Apparently it was almost 2 million black men that turned up that day. Some people did turn up with their wives and stuff like this, but in terms of the numbers for men, over 1 million black men came together. And again, this included people who were educated, uneducated, business people who don't know nothing about business, light skin, dark skin, all types of different, you know what I'm saying? And they all turned up. Do you feel like that would happen in this country? Do you feel like, firstly, people could do it, would only do it if maybe a specific person called for it? Or do you feel like people will be willing to do it because they feel like the need, especially if they're aware of their gender, like we can come together and we can all, you know what I'm saying, like do something?
I think it would probably be stronger if there was a key person of influence. Okay. Just because people are sheep in it, let's be honest. Like, the whole banding together as a community thing hasn't worked so far. So I do think a public figure has to be, do you know what I mean?
That's someone that people admire and respect, that they find notable, and then they'll be like, "Oh yes, let's do it."
Do you feel like we have someone like that in the UK?
I think there are people, you know. I don't think it's a someone thing as well.
Okay.
Because I'm always like, when it comes to like something needs to be done or spoken about, I'm not always here for like it being on one person. I feel like that's a lot for one person to take on.
100%.
Because again, like you were saying, like people will follow that person and no one will ever think that maybe that person needs a break. And it's like, so God forbid something happens to that person now we just go back and now everyone's quiet again, waiting for another one person to come forward. It needs to be everybody in whatever spaces that they're in. Everybody in whatever space they're in has some kind of influence, whether you see or not. Like, it's not about having Instagram followers or whatever it is. Everybody in some way, shape or form has some form of influence in their many, many circles. Do you get what I mean? And that's what it needs to be.
Yeah.
I feel like it's within everybody to be a leader, but not everybody rises up to that.
100%. I like people are even saying in chat, after we done the march, what comes next?
Literally.
This is it. That's
You know
why I said, yeah, marches it can't just be protest, man.
It's like, for awareness, I fully hear it, but I feel like it kind of stops there. And then it's forgotten about.
But if the agenda is such that it can produce some practical steps for people to take.
Like how? Like, I feel like it has to be tangible. Does that make sense? If it's not tangible, then I don't think it's going to make a difference.
It's a good thing you asked that, because near the ending of this particular speech, right, there are some tangible things that it gets people to do, or at least, you know what I'm saying, those who are willing and I guess financially able to do certain things. And it's funny, when I was looking through this and I saw a speech on YouTube, somebody actually messaged to say that they are a product of that particular thing that was asked. Yeah. So I'm going to come back to that, right? So again, so the minister basically said that we are forced by the magnitude of what we see today. That whenever you return to your cities and you see a black man, a black woman, don't ask what is your social, political, or religious affiliation or what is your status. Just know that he's your brother. And if he needs help, you are obligated to help your brother because he is your brother. You must live beyond the narrow restrictions of the divisions that have been imposed upon us. And I think, again, that's something that we need to have at the forefront of our minds, man. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I said, the entire message was about atonement and reconciliation. You know what I'm saying? Coming back to each other and actually, you know what I mean? Making that sacrifice and say, look, this is more than me. This is, you know what I'm saying? So again, he then goes into speaking about freedom and saying, freedom can't come from white folks, man. Freedom can't come from staying here and petitioning this great government. We're here to make a statement to the great government, but we're not here to beg them. You know what I'm saying? I think personally, that's something that we have to get into our minds as well, because I feel like that's the main thing that we do. You know what I'm saying? We're all guilty of it in various ways, but I feel like that's the main thing. Like, Brent, when you see people march, when you see people speak generally about politics, what do you get that sentiment that they're kind of relying on people outside themselves? Because you, for instance, I know that you don't think that way, right? But what makes that difference between you and people that maybe that think like you and the average person? How can they take certain steps to stop being so reliant. Yes, you may vote. Yes, you may do certain things, right? But it's still a dependency on your own ability. Do you get what I'm saying?
Rephrase it. I don't know what you're asking me.
Okay, what would you advise somebody who's sitting here and says, you know what, I understand that, you know what, for the past 10, 15 years, I've only been relying on the government to help me.
Yeah.
I'm looking to them always to fix the problems. But really, I don't really see where the light at the end of the tunnel is, and I want to do something myself. How can I be self-sufficient and self-reliant? Why is it that you don't, you know what I mean, like, depend on the government like the average person does?
I mean, there are expectations placed on the government because
100%.
obviously we have to hold them to the money which is that we are giving them, right? Even if we know they're misusing the money, right? But I don't see how they're not with me 24/7, right? And I still have to live a life 24/7, right? I still have to wake up, go about my business, find a way to feed myself, find a way to look after myself, find a way to look after those who I love. And I can't rely on them to do that because they're not with me currently, right? So what I can do is do my part, make sure that I vote, right? Make sure that particular one vote means something in my local community because I know that if I didn't, it would be one less vote and I can't complain about it, right? So that I can do that. I can do that because I understand what that might mean if it is I don't do that. But outside of that, I have to get up and go. I have to always get up and go. That's my particular mindset. It's what's been instilled in me by my parents. Get up and go, get up and go, get up and go. And I guess for me, I haven't sat to even think about it like that. I haven't sat to think about why I do what I do. I guess that's a privilege. That I don't have to think about that. That I feel idle when I'm not being active, purposeful. And obviously also a privilege that my parents made sure that we were well read. I mean, our library is just flipping extensive. And they really poured into us like massively. They understood the importance and the power of knowledge and information. And I've known that since I could listen. Yeah. Do you understand? So before I could talk, I was hearing it. After I could talk, I can communicate, I was still hearing it. Yeah. So I just do what I've been conditioned to do. I think. Okay. I think it's a privilege, man. I think, and me having this awareness, it allows me to seek out tangible pathways for change. I really don't care about just talking. Mama, I've been telling you, I hate people just talking. Even marching. If it's not marching and then doing something afterwards, don't be the performative thing. I'm not interested in any of that bollocks. 100%. Like sometimes I wouldn't even turn up to a match because I'm thinking I can be doing something other than going to basically turn up to the match, right? Everybody has their own particular sword and shield to basically use in a particular war, right? Everybody has their own skill set. Everybody has their own use case. And I am aware that what some of those people who are turning up to match, that might be all that they have. I have more than that. Let me look to deploy that. Do you understand?
This is it.
Yeah, that's me.
Makes perfect sense to me.
I'm not sure if I ever answered the question.
Yes, kind of, but also it's almost like you're not too sure how
to tell a person.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's more so.
I think I have to find out from the person, like, what is a lived experience? Like, what do they do day to day? Are they aware that what they could be doing is in their reach, but they just don't know how powerful that particular thing is? For example, anybody who comes to tell me they don't vote, or they're complaining about left, right, and center, that's the first thing I tell them. Please go and vote. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Here's some pamphlets. Here's further information about said parties. This is how this could affect you in your actual life, right? You're saying that you don't like the fact that it's hard for you to get jobs on this side. This particular party is saying they're campaigning on this. This is beneficial to you. Do you understand? I will break it down to them in that manner. But outside of me knowing about their life and what interests them and whatnot, I wouldn't be able to basically impart anything into their head.
Okay, I hear you. And also, what's crazy is, but I think it's the 1:30, you know.
Oh.
Yeah. the minister also asked the people, that the people who write and edit the newspapers and magazines, how are you people actually going to speak about this particular march, right? And we've seen it before. We've seen how people come to. We even seen it today over the weekend about the pro-Palestinian marches. How the newspaper will kind of twist it in some type of way. I was reading the Daily Mail this morning, and they was talking about how, like, there was a certain spin on it to make it look aggressive, and you know what I'm saying, and people were just out here doing all types of crap, you know what I'm saying, rather than focus on the positives of the march, which is that, we just don't want Israel to commit war crimes. It's literally that simple. No one's supporting Hamas. We're just trying to prevent them from killing civilians, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, he goes on to say, I wonder what you're writing in newspapers and magazines tomorrow. Will you give God the glory? Will you give God the glory? Will you respect the beauty of this day? All of these black men that the world sees as savage, maniacal, and bestial, look at them. A sea of peace, a sea of tranquility, a sea of men ready to come back to God, settle their differences and go back home to turn our communities into a decent and safe place to live. That positive message, if something like that was to happen in London, I think personally it will do something, man. You know what I'm saying? It will definitely do something. Okay. Mm-hmm.
What would it do?
I think people who feel like there isn't unity will start to believe there is. I think that's the main thing for me.
Okay.
And then you start to trust more and start to believe more and want to do more for people that for people that you don't know personally but look like you.
All right. And are you saying it needs to hit the marker of 1 million, or are you just saying a large quantity?
It don't have to
So
be 1 million.
with Black Lives Matter, how do you see that?
I feel like
that protest.
Okay, I'm glad you asked me that, right? Because I see the BLM marches as reactive, not proactive. So something bad had to happen to us.
And you don't think the Million Man March was a reaction to?
It's a reaction to the situation that we're in, but it could have happened at any time. There wasn't a straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak.
I don't know about that.
There wasn't. It was more so, look, we've been left out of situations, right? And we need to do something for ourselves right now. But it wasn't like someone got killed and it's like, no, we stop the violence and, that type of talk.
I hear you. But in my head, when it was planned, when that first particular thought that popped into, said, all right, cool, ban it, this would be great.
Yeah.
I think it was because of the frustration, because of the lack. It must be.
The lack?
Yeah, the lack of fairness, the lack of resources, everything that they were looking to match for, no?
Yes, but it was also. Do you know what the thing is? It definitely encompasses.
Are you saying this
right?
because you know that this is how it came about?
What do you mean? In what sense?
As in, you know full well that it wasn't down to frustration after the last straw was put on the camel's back. Are you saying it because you had tea with this person to find out?
No, I mean, like, I'm basically trying to differentiate between something that was done. Because, again, right, on a day-to-day, we live in certain situations where we know racism, discrimination, all these type of things are real, right? And yet, we don't necessarily do anything on a day-to-day, but we live in it. That's basically what I'm trying to say. That existence was their reality and still our reality today. And that was the case before and after the George Floyd situation. But something like George Floyd had to happen for us to do something. That's what basically what I'm trying to say. There wasn't that catalyst that made everyone say, nah, impromptu, let's do something. You know what I'm saying? There was something where I was like, wait a minute, this is enough. And we're living in this and we're just existing and thinking this is normal. Like every single time. Like there's an election we're forgotten about. We fall for the same tricks and we're forgotten about. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a particular thing. It was just stepping back from the situation and understanding what we live in and the quality of life.
I don't know if it is that George Floyd was just a particular thing. No, it was the straw.
Yeah.
Because when there was the protest, the let me breathe isn't just for don't kill me.
What do you mean?
When they were screaming, let me breathe. I think that was the mantra, right? Let me breathe.
Yeah.
Something like that. It was all across the workforce. I mean, it was in corporate spaces. It was give us our life. Do not look to take our life. And it wasn't just like physically. take our lives, literally.
Yeah,
Do you agree?
Yeah, it encompasses other things, 100%.
So in my head, that's the same kind of thing as the Million Man March.
No,
I mean, we're in different times.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is there was the additional killing of George Floyd.
I hear that
That
as the catalyst.
sparked- that's what I'm saying.
I hear that, but that's why I'm asking. Did you sit down with him to have tea? And he said no. It wasn't that thing that you don't know about that basically triggered me to now say, nah, enough is enough.
I mean,
let me look to organize this.
I mean, it could be.
Because there would have been so many things during that particular time that would have been a catalyst. So many different things.
Yeah, potentially.
And it didn't have to be a killing.
Yeah, of course.
It could have been a story that one of his people came to him saying, this just happened. And he's like, enough is enough.
Oh, yeah, of course. It could be something like
But
that.
this is what I mean.
No, okay. Maybe I'm misunderstanding you. Because I'm seeing the George Floyd thing as something that was a nationwide impactful thing. Like, if somebody came and spoke to the minister and told him something and he felt touched by it, and that pushed him to do it, I'm seeing that as different to something like George Floyd, because that's still, he was inspired personally to do something. Because remember, this call was him. He got that, you know what I'm saying, divine message to be like, yo, black people, we need to do something right here, right? The George Floyd was, everyone saw this. Everyone saw it on social media.
reckon, Emmanuel, his position at the time was just like any other black leader, right? Because they were few and far between, yes? There were plenty?
I think so.
All right.
I mean, I don't know, but I feel like there were more active and in your face organizations back then, you know. But I could be wrong. That's just speculation.
Okay, but people knew him to be on that activism stuff.
Oh, 100%.
Do you understand? So the fact that 1 million people came out and without the social media, I mean, would have to spread somehow, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So he would have had to have some weight behind his name.
Of course.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I believe if he did that in today's time, it might be a bigger, a worldwide thing because of social media, right?
Okay.
Back then, they didn't have social media, so they were just limited to word of mouth. And the leaders coming together he probably got the leader together, right? Those particular leaders in those particular communities to come together and said, all right, let's do this particular thing. And they did their thing and told their churches and whatnot. And people said, this is the time, right? This is how I believe to happen.
Yeah.
It would have been easier in this day and age.
Yeah.
Because of social media.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But again, do you feel like 1 million people would have come out?
More may have,
You
and
feel so?
it wouldn't have just been in one nation. Like you
Okay,
mentioned, the Black Lives Matter response or reaction was global, right? It started there, and then it got picked up because every other community of people in different countries also had that same experience in some form or fashion. Hence the marching. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's get on to the what after marching, man.
All right. What we'll do is, like you said, we'll jump into that. But just before we get there,
Sorry.
no. It goes in line with what I'm saying. He talks about white supremacy. And a lot of the time, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but how do you see white supremacy? Do you see it as a cancer that affects everybody equally? Or do you feel like it's something that affects just black people and, I guess, non-white people? Non-whites.
I mean, I don't be in BAME's business because I've got enough of my business to worry about. I've got enough black business to worry about. So I don't know what other situations. But then when I see, because in my mind, other people, if they're being oppressed the way black people are being oppressed, we be linking up on account of, we're both oppressed. Do you get what I mean? But they be trying to oppress black people too. So in my mind, you can't be that oppressed. Because black people are so oppressed that we're focused on how to stop being oppressed. But other people, their oppression that they're going through don't seem to be bad enough for them to not worry about oppressing black people too. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know that anyone is oppressed the way black people are oppressed. I mean, has anyone ever written a book on how to keep the Asian man down?
Boy, I don't know, man.
So I don't know. I don't think so. And I'm not just saying that just because I'm black. I actually don't think so. When I think of how it is that hatred for black people is like it's a global phenomenon. Like it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I feel like we are the most oppressed.
Well, again, like the minister talks about there being a great divide, but do you know what the thing is? Like, what's interesting to me is that when he speaks about white supremacy, he says it's something that affects white people too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, again, like, do you feel like it kind of affects our relationships and friendships with white people? Because they may see us in a particular light because of white supremacy.
Yeah, because
You know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of them are scared of black people. They don't know why. They've never had a bad encounter with black people or anything like that. But they've just been told that you should be scared of these people, and these are how these people are. And so the way they interact with black people sometimes is based off of that.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like with white people, their issue is more of a class. It's more of a class thing.
You mean amongst themselves?
Amongst themselves,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
more.
yeah.
It's more of a class issue than that.
Yeah.
Because even with the class thing, there's still some form of privilege that they have more than a black person. Someone who's from a lower class white person would still be listened to in certain settings than a black person, even if the black person is rich.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
100%. Well, in it, obviously, like I just mentioned, he talks about how it affects both sides of the equation, because obviously it kind of elevates white people to certain positions just because of their color, which is ridiculous, right? And this is why they obviously have this inbuilt, I don't know, like it's just a way they view certain situations which is not really productive for a good conversation where healing can take place, right? But then he mentioned something about this violin player, right? Violin player, a young Japanese girl, and basically just amazing, all that type of stuff, right? And how white people anyway, who didn't think Japanese people or people other than themselves could do this particular thing, are now having to face the reality of their prejudices and say to themselves, wait a minute, all my thoughts before don't make no sense here, because this girl can do everything I can do, but better. So I'm basically just trying to ask you guys, do you feel like a lot of the things that we need to do to kind of combat this animal that we're fighting, the white supremacy, is less so about talking to the animal and more so about doing something for ourselves so that the animal kind of has to look at us differently?
I think it's the latter. I think it's the other option. I don't think they're gonna. I don't see a world where they're gonna be like, we're gonna change the system.
The crazy thing is, we can't expect them to change who they are. Who they are is who they are. Who they've been for over 400 years.
They're true to that.
Like, it's not gonna change. So the focus shouldn't be on them. I feel like the focus should be on us as a community and us doing better for ourselves.
Yeah.
It's like waiting for validation and approval. Sometimes you got to just do your own thing.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? And stop wanting to be like accepted in those spaces. They don't want you. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So I feel like the focus isn't on us being accepted or for them to change the way they treat us, because that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? And if we continue to focus on that, we're just going to continue to get frustrated. Whereas if you accept it for what it is, because it is what it is, and divert your energy onto banding together to create your own thing, then I think we'd be a lot better off. Which is, I feel like, am I even allowed to mention them? I don't even know these days. The people Kanye spoke about, I feel like they don't care about anybody else. They only care about their community, and they just focus on their community and they do what they do. Do you get what I mean? Like,
And do you know what it is it? Because you know the Peckham, the Asian man that dragged that black woman in Peckham, right?
Yeah.
So people basically are still protesting outside his shop where they tried to open the other day. People are like, no, blah blah. This man had an interview, and he was like, basically like, it's affecting his business and wherever. But he was like, he's got other like businesses he's gonna do. He was like, I do this, like I'm training doing this. And he basically said that he's gonna open other shops, and these people are gonna come back and still spend. That's exactly that. Like, that's exactly what he told the interviewer. I'm going to open other shops because this is what I do. I've got the template to being successful, and they will still. He said these people are still gonna come back and do that. So it's a thing where I don't think we can look to systems to change. It's what Jean was saying, where we need to be the ones to band together.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, from the excerpt, from what you read from that book, not only is it a manual to keep us down, it's a manual so that we cannot unite within ourselves to do better. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? It's a deep issue, but I don't think it's a lost cause.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's a lost cause.
100%.
There's something I want to talk about, but I can't talk about it on air, unfortunately. So
man.
just remind me at the end.
Okay, cool.
Let's talk about it.
But do you get what I mean? So I think it's a thing where we do need to, this is why these conversations are important, because the more we think about it is to wake something up in our consciousness to be like, okay, let's start moving differently then. Like when you're in spaces, whatever you do, let's just be more conscious. Yeah. And that way we can actually start building and helping ourselves. Yeah. Rome wasn't built in a day.
This is it.
No, let me use a black country. Jamaica wasn't built in a day. Do you get what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna build excellence overnight. We're not gonna build it in a day. However, if we come together, we've got a better chance of doing that than trying to change supremacy. White supremacy, we can never change that.
Yeah.
That will never, ever, ever, ever change.
Yeah.
But what can happen is black excellence.
Yeah.
Ain't changing white supremacy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like with us being like coming together and building our own and all that kind of stuff, they will realize like, because think about it, whenever I think about slavery, for me, slavery happened because they knew black people's power. They knew the black people's wealth. They knew what it was that we could become. They saw what we could become before we saw what we could become. Do you get what I mean? And that's why it's happened. And that's why since then, they've done everything they can to keep us down. Do you get what I mean? So for us, I really believe us coming together and us doing what we need to do, isn't it? You know, us doing what it is that we need to do will get them shaking in their boots. And that's what we need. I saw a video one time of this white guy, right?
Stop it.
And he's from like, you know, like in like the south of America, them places where, you know, they be what they are. And he was honestly like, do you know what? Like, he was like, do you know what's at the root of racism and all this stuff and blah, blah. He's a white guy, proper white guy. He was like, it's because white people are scared of what it is that black people can do.
Facts.
He was like, that's the honest truth. Like, I've had so many conversations, I've read things, I've done research. He was like, that's really what the root of all of this thing is. Because he was like, if black people come together and start to do this, he was like, what white people fear is the fear of revolution. The fear of revolution where it's like, we come together and then we're like, actually, now we're gonna get you back for all the things that you did to us. And he was like, that is literally white
This
fear
stupid, irrational fear is that we would do the same thing
that they did to us. This is it.
But can I be
This is
honest?
it.
Like we're animals.
Can I be honest with you though? Yeah, they wouldn't last a day in hell. Like, like I
They couldn't get one whip.
I get why you were scared.
You
Like,
should be
I get
scared,
it.
but you know
You
what
should
it
be
is as
scared.
well. You should 100% be scared. But the thing is, what they're not even checking for is black. We're not even checking for that right now. We just want to focus on our excellence and our greatness, and that's it. And I really feel like that's what we need to pour into us. Is not even caring about what they're doing, not caring about what other communities are doing. It's none of that. It's none of that. Their privilege and what they have, what we have is all different. Our experiences are all different. What we need to be focusing on is black business. Like for everybody, let's all mind our damn black business and all focus on building black people. And we could honestly have like things could change for us so differently. And even back home, because all them leaders, all they're doing is just pushing the white supremacy just in black skin. That's it. That's what they're doing. All these leaders back home that are thieves and worrying about themselves, and all those people as well. It's all about clearing them out. Keep telling people what you need to do.
So, honey, Ed, Rico, Thomas, and Kevin are saying, yeah, they will look to put the white man to work. But I don't know. I want a productive business, to be honest.
But it's not,
I want a successful business. They go work hard.
they're not. They're not. But we don't even. Do you know what it is? We don't even need to be worrying about
Skin break so
reparations.
easy when you whip them. Come on, man.
Take that fun of it. Do you know what I mean? I feel like we don't need to be worrying about reparations. We don't need to be worrying about whipping them back. We don't need to be worrying about making them our slaves.
That's not how you
I feel like what we
progress,
need to pour is just into ourselves.
But
First
do you know
of
what?
all, man.
Yes.
We also need to. Do you know what it is? It's like we're allergic to taking in positive things, though, right? Because let's look at blog pages.
Yeah.
Because people always complain and say, some of the blames on the blog pages, or even like drill artists and whatnot and blah blah blah, blah, right? Like, you lot keep spewing out negativity. But the thing is, I get it from a business perspective, and that's what's so shit about
This is it.
Wait, am I allowed to swear? Sorry. Anyway, that's
Girl, are you new here?
I know. But like, that's what's so bad about it, because you look at
Because
the
you
blog.
unzipped your thing.
It's true. I've come back to reality.
Gina's back in the building.
Yeah.
Let me.
Because obviously it's like, when you look at the success rate of like the content that you put out, whenever it's positive, it gets a
one's caring for it.
fraction of the engagement, the positivity, all that stuff, right? And then put out some bullshit, and that's the
Going
stuff that's
viral.
going viral. And do you know what I mean? That's the talking point. So it's like, we can't be angry at these platforms that are monetizing off these things, or these artists that are monetizing off these things, because it's from a business perspective, right? And as a community, this is what we're supporting.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So it's like, It's hard, like, but it's us. Like, we are the problem. We're the problem, literally.
And that's why everyone has to work on themselves. That's why I keep telling people, it all starts with, like, when you start to work on yourself, you start to treat other people kinder. Like, the things that you're interested in will be different. Do you get what I mean? I don't think it's a thing where we should wait for, I think someone's talking about collectivism. I don't think it's something we should wait for everybody to be on code.
No.
Start where you can.
This is it.
This is what I was saying about not waiting for a leader. Everybody is a leader. Everybody can be a leader. Start where you can. Wherever circles you're in, have more productive conversations. Like, literally start where you can. Don't wait for other people to find something cool to then want to do it. Or don't wait for other people to want to join the cause before you do it. No. I really feel like black people can be great. I really, really believe that. Like, I strongly believe that. I don't believe that we all, wherever we are, all have to be on code for let's be great. Before then, we then get there. Because you know what it is? In that year, there's going to be people that are going to slow you down. Because someone's going to be worrying about the name of what we're going to call our group. Someone's going to be worried about the group name.
Yep.
While people are worried about the agenda.
Yep.
Someone's going to, okay, but what time is like our lunch break though? Do you know what I mean? So start where you can. Literally start from yourself. See how you can be a productive black person as an individual. And then pour that into other people wherever you go, and pour that into different spaces. Do you get what I mean?
100%. 100%.
You'll have to call back. Because it's not engaged yet.
Okay.
You know, it needs to be a case of deferred gratification, because you need a reset, right?
Yeah, that's true.
You need to be able to, because obviously this generation, you're talking about therapy and whatnot. Previous generation wasn't.
No.
Right? So
1 second, caller.
Yeah, finish
your
your
thought.
Can you hear us? Hold up.
Okay, so just hold on a second, please, babes.
Maybe not.
I love that sound. Come
Hold up.
All up.
I was literally singing that in my head.
Look up Mr. Easy. Man, he's a business.
I think while Brent's getting that sorted, you made a good point about the collectivism thing. We definitely don't need to be. I think we have to unify, but it doesn't have to be exactly in the same ways that we've tried before. Like, we could just be unified in the fact that we respect each other and see each other as brothers and sisters.
And that's it.
And stop fighting each other,
and that's
man.
it.
It's tiring.
That will go a long way, because you know how much energy we pour into that.
It's too tiring. Like, I'm sorry, Jada Pinkett Smith right now is really grinding my gears, because she is like. Anyway, let me talk.
Even stuff like that, we just need to switch
Oh,
on.
yeah.
But it's like.
But that's the thing. Do you know what it is as well? It's what you said. Is the business of it all.
Yes.
Everyone, because sometimes when I see certain things, people will be like, oh, what's it called? All this dumb content, blah, blah. Do you know what I don't do when I don't like something? I don't engage. I don't take out of the valuable time that I have to write a paragraph under this to say that you are worried about the wrong things. Because guess what? The people that are worried about the wrong things are not going to understand why they're worried about the wrong things. They're not going to get it.
This is it.
So that time you're sitting there worrying about saying someone's worrying about the wrong thing, you can be spending that time reposting and resharing more positive things.
Yeah. 100%.
Do you get what I mean? And this is why we can't be waiting for everybody to be on code and waiting for this. Imagine if Brent sat there thinking, I need someone to co-sign the day after, like TMB, the day after, and wait for someone to be like, oh, do you know what, I agree with this, and wait for all these people to come on board and be like, do you know what? Yes, we wouldn't have done episode 1. Someone be like, oh, why is it called the day after though? Yeah, but this has never been This has never been done before though. Is that really going to take off? Do you really think that you cannot be waiting for people? You cannot wait, like, no. And if you don't like something, you think something's negative, don't engage with it. Pour into something more positive. If we start to show each other more love and more support and whatever it is, that on its own will make such a great difference. Make such a great difference. Do you get what I mean?
100%.
It doesn't have to be something major. It doesn't have to be something shocking. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to have a shock value to things or something that goes viral. It's literally from our everyday interaction. Facts. You're nice to the person that you see. That niceness makes their day thinking, oh, they were nice to me for no reason, you know. They didn't want anything from me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to get them thinking about the way they present when they see other people. They go ahead and they're nice to somebody else. That is stuff like that. That's how it pours on. That's how it pours on. You see someone that you appreciate what they do. Don't wait for all your friends to appreciate what a person does before you say that. And I go out of my way to let people know I'm a fan of them. I'm never scared to letting someone know. And I don't say I'm a supporter of you. I'm a fan of what you do. I am a fan. You inspire me in some way, shape, or form. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Do that, like little things, little drops of water make an ocean. Is this little things? Let's not be waiting for everybody to be on code. We're never all going to be on code. Everyone has
100%.
different experiences for that to be the case.
And
Christy, can you call back in, please? It's not going to work, but we can put it on speaker.
and again, like one of my heroes, Booker T. Washington, who, by the way, inspired Marcus Garvey that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
He says, in all things that are purely social, we can be as separate as the fingers, yet one as the hand in all things essential to mutual progress.
This is it.
We don't need to see everything in life the same.
We don't.
And we don't anyway.
We don't.
And we don't.
Why
we
are
can't.
trying
It's impossible to.
This is it. You know
It's
what I'm
impossible
saying?
to, because Nigerians always say, "Oh, not all fingers are equal."
Precisely.
But yet each one has its own function,
This is
and
it.
it's all part of the
Yeah.
hand.
This is it.
Right.
In all things that are essential to mutual progress, we should be one.
This
in
is
those essential things, you know what I'm saying?
This is it.
The foundations all need to be like we need to be on the same page in
Yeah.
regards to like the foundations.
Yeah, 100%. Good
Morning, Christy.
Morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
we can
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. To be honest, you lot have kind of said all what I was going to really say, to be honest, because this is why I always lead with Queen of BOE. Like, people think I'm being silly or it's just banter, but I actually take that seriously.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I like to lead with that, because if I think about other people, like you said, we're not going to get anywhere.
No.
Like, we're not going to get anywhere. Like, people think I'll just be preaching, or it's like, oh, here we go again. It's like, yeah, you can say here we go again, but if we keep on doing here we go again, we're really not actually going to get anywhere. So that's why I'm always thinking of the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Like, I always have to put that in the front of my mind, because if I think about them on the micro level, okay, it's not about the micro level. It's where I'm trying to see us get to in the future. So yeah, it may not be now, but I'm trying to get us there. It's trying to get somewhere in the future. So I just think if we actually just thought about that more, we would actually be in such a better place.
Yeah.
And the thing is, even with the collective and things, I hear it, because I think there's certain things we could be on code with that it just should just be a given. But even just in small groups of, like, for instance, like, obviously we say there's not like a whole black community, because there's like, obviously there's Nigerians, there's Caribbeans, there's this, there's that. I hear it. But even if in those small pockets, we are all even patronizing ourselves, are we not going to get somewhere?
100%.
Like, even in those small pockets, are we not going to get somewhere? And it's not even a thing of I'm trying to separate, or it's not about going mixing or whatever. But even if you are just doing it within yourselves, even as Caribbeans or even as Africans, we would actually get somewhere.
This is it.
Because when they break it down, it's not gonna be viewed to say, oh, well, it was the Caribbeans doing it. It was only us that do that. On the outside looking in, all they're gonna see is black.
This is it.
So it really shouldn't matter. So if we just did that even in the small pockets, if I'm buying from my same auntie that I've been buying for years, is that not me putting into the economy, into the black, and making it greater, so where she can open more shops? Just with that hair shop stuff. Even though I was there and stuff, and I was there in support, but at the same time, I'm just not in support just there physically. I'm also taking my money to those black hair shops. And I'm not going to listen to, oh, well, the black hair shops, they're expensive. These times, there were certain black hair shops that were mentioned, and people literally said their prices are the same as the Asian man. So this is the little things that we just like to hold on to the negative too much. And it's just like, oh yeah, but he's going to open up another shop. Okay, let him do that. But where I can divert my energy to my people. Simple. I just don't like, this one is just like, I don't like when we criticize or people criticize and they are not doing a damn thing. They're not doing a damn thing. And it seems like the ones that criticize it makes they're the loudest. And it's just like, I don't really want to hear them, but they seem to be the loudest. And I'm just like, I try my best to ignore those things.
Yes.
I try my best to ignore those things. And again, thinking about the bigger picture. But I just think, even just like you said, the small pockets, it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. I feel like we make it harder than what it actually really needs to be. And because we're also focusing on what we can't and this and that, if we're focusing too much on what we can't, then of course we're not going to move anywhere. But I think if we focus on the actual little things, we could be so much further.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't need some figurehead to come and tell me that I need to go and shop at a black hair shop.
This is it.
I'm a black woman. So therefore I want to reflect where I'm going. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
I don't need a Giggs or someone of influence or Stormzy to tell me something is. I don't understand that kind of behavior personally.
But Christy,
I'm black and I like to reflect things. I like things to reflect that. I have pride in myself. I don't know. Maybe it is people don't have pride in themselves. I don't know.
But Christy, you know, all of us are at different places, isn't it? So sometimes we need to tell people. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes they just live in some delusion. You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen people talk all types of nonsense, and you think to yourself, why do you see the world this way? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we need to inform the people, like, why do you think this way? Start to do this. Like these are practical steps that can benefit you now and tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
I can't lie, man. I'm at the stage where I ain't got time for the lost people. You know, they can stay lost. No, they can stay lost. I've got to the point where I don't have the energy to waste on those people because clearly they're happy where they're at.
Which is the problem.
If you're happy where you're at, I'll leave your ass there.
But they don't know better though.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I hear you.
And if you're happy even in the ignorance, then I cannot put my energy there. That's why I can't. That's why where it was like we can't keep on talking about white people about race.
Yeah.
I can't keep my energy there either.
Yeah, 100%.
I can't keep my energy there. Let me focus on actually supporting who is. Let me support. That's why I'm happy to pick up TDA. Let me support. Let me put my resources where I can actually make sense. For those people, those ignorant people, before I would get really upset. Like I would actually physically get upset. I would get even emotional. I'm like, but I said to myself, I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing that anymore because I can't. I don't have the energy because it will just be wasted.
Yeah.
They're happy being where they're at, and that's fine. And it's happened all throughout the years. Everybody can't go. At the end of the day, there was a lot of slaves that were left on the plantation.
Facts.
And maybe that's where they need to be at.
You're speaking facts.
Harriet Tubman didn't save everybody.
Nope.
I think she even shot a couple people. A lot of the rebellion. No, I think she did. She did. A lot of the rebellions that were happening on the plantation, they were fighting against themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
People didn't want to go.
Yeah.
So you can't. I can't save everybody. Not everybody can go. But my only issue is it's just their voices can be so loud. And this one is even if you ain't with it, there's one just keep quiet. Just keep quiet.
Bruh.
I would more appreciate that. Just keep quiet.
No, but they have to be the loudest. That's what's annoying as well.
Yeah.
You just have to be the loudest, don't you?
Something that really grates me. It's just like, if you are not going to be for me, it's fine. Just keep quiet.
Yeah.
As Esther says, there's certain things that will be coming up on the timeline. If I don't engage. I don't have energy to be engaging. Like, people will actually be in the comments going back. Like, I think I made one, even about this hair shop thing. It was on what's his name, that guy that always puts up facts and stuff, and
Kane.
I can't remember his name right now.
Yeah, Kane.
And then I think he was obviously highlighting what was happening in the black hair shop or whatever. And then some guy was like, "Oh yeah," she even had the audacity to call me sis. I was thinking I'm not even your sis. But anyway, and saying, "Oh, why are you supporting a thief?" And I was thinking, in my mind, I was thinking, is this guy a fool? First off, I'm not even going to respond to you.
I did see a lot of that, though.
That's what I'm not going to do.
He's a thief.
I'm not going to steer my energy. If you don't see what the bigger picture is, I can't help you. And all these people talking about, oh, you're back in the thief. I'm sorry. Again, it's about the bigger picture. But people don't want to see that. And again, I can't be going back and forth with people about that. I cannot.
Yeah.
It's just so annoying. Just keep quiet. Because half these people who be saying stuff do not do shit. Don't do shit.
Tszyu ruled up that shit, you know.
No, you're speaking facts, Christy, man.
Listen, facts on facts on
They don't even
facts.
support black.
Yeah,
Don't even
facts.
don't even go and buy black.
Facts.
But you have the mouth to come and be speaking.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want your people to prosper, I beg you, that's fine. Stay over there. It's fine.
Alright.
That's fine.
Well,
Stay where you're at.
Christy, again, as always, man, we appreciate your call, man. We do have to kind of move on because there's a few more, yeah.
I'll
But
leave you lot to it anyway,
obviously, we're waiting for you to come in. You know what I'm saying?
We're waiting for you to enter the real chat.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, obviously,
Thanks, girl.
appreciate your call, man. Have a good day. All right, so yeah, just to kind of wrap up, yeah, just wanted to say, because again, the minister pretty much echoed what you guys just said, right? He said, black man, you don't need to bash white people. You know what I'm saying? All we got to do is go back home and turn our communities into productive places. All we got to do is go back home and make our communities a decent and safe place to live. If we start dotting the black community with businesses, opening up factories, changing ourselves to be better than we are, you know what I'm saying? Instead of doing the drive-by shootings and all them type of things there, the negative stuff that people hear about, right? Mm-hmm. Things will be better for us. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, right? He even says, the president, Bill Clinton at the time, even had a speech that particular day as well. And he even said to the president, look, you don't have to repudiate them, like as in your founding fathers, that, you know, all those people who are racist, people like George Washington who owned slaves, right? So while he was signing the Constitution, was telling people, black slaves to cook his dinner and things of that nature, right? He was saying, look, you don't even have to repudiate them like you've asked many of these black leaders to do for him. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to say they were malicious and hate-filled people, but you just have to evolve out of that mindset. So in the same way, we don't necessarily have to say, yo, tear down all the monuments, tear down all this, start talking bad about Winston Churchill and Mahatma Gandhi and all these people who were seen as heroes to the other world, you know what I mean, to you know, non-black people anyway.
Yeah.
Just evolve out of that mindset, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just highlight our own that are doing great stuff.
That's it. Which is what we're doing, lest we forget.
Oh, true.
You know what I'm saying?
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? But just to wrap up, yeah, like Ben was saying, the action. What's next?
Yeah.
And again, for in the same speech, right, the minister talks about going back home and joining an organization. Like, I don't know how many different organizations are there, like in the UK, that people can join, but I think that basically the point is, he's saying that every one of you, my dear brothers, when you go home, here's what I want you to do. We must belong to some organization that is working for and in the interest of the upliftment and the liberation of our people. It doesn't even care if it's NAAC, the nation, whatever the organization is. If you're part of something, at least you can kind of be apprised of the advancements that's being made and you can contribute. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot, like Christy was saying, a lot of us, we talk the talk and we're not really involved or tapped into anything really for us to, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to be all part of one organization, just a organization that will obviously do certain things. Again, Brent, you was talking about voting.
Yeah.
Right? Again, this is one of the things as well, man. I think the sentiment back in 1995 is still the sentiment today. Like, people, if you're not registered to vote, you never voted before, register to vote. How do we say we have a voice and we can change certain things, but, you know what I'm saying? Or rather, we want change and we don't register to vote. You know what I'm saying? At least if we vote, we can then say, yo, the vote didn't work for us. But we can't be standing outside talking about this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And again, he says, where is it? We're no longer going to vote for people just because they're black. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We tried that. We wish we could, but we got to vote for you if you're compatible with our agenda.
This is it.
You know what I'm saying?
Imagine for him Kevin Badenoch. Keep yourself finished.
You know what I'm saying? Also, another thing, Brent, right? Again, you're asking about action. Yeah. Another thing that they started was they started, there's a person called Father Clements who was speaking on that particular day. And there was a program where he asked people to adopt an inmate. So you know how you get... Yeah. So you know you get, pastors going to prisons. Even Amani was talking about this, I think, when he first came here. And he's basically saying he wants everyone, when they leave here, to go to some jail or prison and adopt one inmate for the rest of his and your life to make them a personal friend. You know what I'm saying?
I've been putting that off. I've wanted to do that for ages, Like, I want to have a pen pal in prison.
There you go. You know what I'm saying?
I just realized I am Gina and Mugs. Because I'm always moving the camera here, I never clock Brent is consistently moving my camera. Okay, girl. She's really looking at me.
I heard my name, so
now you're in the corner. You're staying in the corner. I'll be honest with you, the camera moving again.
Sorry, it's because I'm relaxed. Sorry.
Yeah, Brendan's got a full-time job in his hands. But yeah, I've always wanted to do that. I'm actually going to intentionally look into that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? He was basically saying, you know, to help them through their incarceration, to be an encouragement for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's brothers who are locked down inside the walls that need us on the outside, and we need them on the inside as well. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he bigged up the political prisoners, people who risked their lives, you know, the legends like Angela Davis and those who are actually currently on the run as well, who were putting their lives on the lines, man, for black liberation. But another thing as well that, and this is the thing I was talking about earlier, when I said I was looking at the video and somebody actually commented under that particular video of the speech that the minister gave in 1995, and he said he was a product of this. And this that he's talking about is they actually started a program to adopt a child.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So what they said was there was somebody there who was the president of the Black Social Workers by the name of Brother Dunstan, right? And he has 25,000 children who are in need of adoption, right? And he basically said, yo, of the million people that are here, of this vast audience, there must be 25,000 men who will take on one of these children and take them through life and make life worth living for those children. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's a beautiful sentiment, you know what I'm saying? And long story short, this person who was in the comments was talking about he was one of those kids.
Sick.
Yeah, he's come back and he said his life has changed because of that particular march where someone decided to go and follow up and say, you know what? This child who has no parents, whose future potentially could be bleak, I'm going to change it for them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they did.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, man.
We all have different callings, man.
This is
Like,
it.
and different capacities and different things that we can do. We just got to find what yours is.
This is it. And the next thing was also they needed to, the call was to develop an economic development fund.
Okay.
So basically what he said was, brothers, the last thing we want to say, we want to develop an economic development fund. Suppose the nearly 2 million people that are here, 2 million black men that are here, and 10 million more back home that support us gave $10 a month to a national economic development fund. Look how much we spend on Netflix. Of course, we get some entertainment from it, right? But still, if we're thinking about our future, and we were able to, like, let's just say TMB started something up. People you can trust, right? And it was like, yo, just dedicate this particular thing. Not necessarily to service, you know, a TDA or whatever, but actually to an economic fund that will go directly to something that will benefit us as a people, right? Imagine. And so basically, again, he said inside of 1 month, we could have over $100 million. And in 1 year, we would have $1.2 billion.
That's how you create
Just like that.
generational wealth, you know?
Just like that.
Imagine putting that into like businesses, like people that want to start businesses or
This is it.
kids that want to go to uni but can't afford it.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff. That would be so amazing.
It'll make a crazy difference. A crazy difference. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I even think that we can do that without needing to say this is what we're doing. For example, you're there talking about asking people to give without getting anything, right? And although there are people out there who have different charities they give to, I would prefer the other option, as in presenting something entertaining for them, with the mindset of you are looking to basically build this fund off the back of them paying that.
Yes.
And then doing what it is that you do and showing them this is what this money that you are paying every month for entertainment is actually
Going
doing for.
towards,
And then you will have them now saying, oh, is that, then I'm going to double up. Do you understand?
This is it. I
Yeah,
100% agree
That's
with you, bro.
my particular way to approach this, because it's the mindset in the end of the day. Like
Precisely.
the mindset. That's why I was starting by saying there needs to be a reset. It's about us as parents or future parents looking to start with our own household.
Absolutely.
And making sure when it is that we meet up with other parents, we also make sure that they are also pointing to their children in a proper way, right? Because they are going to be the future. They are going to be the great reset, right? And if it just continues as is, nothing's ever going to change. And we can't be looking to, well, we can attack on different fronts, 100% we can, right? But I really like the catch them young and mold them type of long-term thing. And obviously you need patience for that, and you need strategy, you need proper grassroots initiatives. But I'm about that. You understand?
Yeah, 100%.
So anyway, sorry.
I agree with you, man. Firstly, thank you guys for bearing with me as I went through all of this. I'm about to wrap
This was
up
a really
now.
good conversation. I don't even know why you asked for permission.
Yeah,
Conversations we asking permission for, you
needed.
don't ask us. This one,
Literally.
it's a productive one. You wanted to ask. This was a really good conversation, and I And I do hope that, it will stay in our minds. Because when I think about it, even with TDA, like TDA has made me a lot more conscious of so much and like being intentional and like not, I guess things I wasn't necessarily exposed to before or conversations I just didn't have before. Like it's shaping my mind. And this is what people say. Like imagine you were waiting on a collective yes before we have certain types of topics of the day. Not all of them. Some of them with people in the suits. Yeah, stuff like that. But do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, again, it's that. This is you. This is how you are. And this is you, like, spreading your interest and whatever. And then all of that generates proper conversations that we have. And that's how it has to be, man. Retweet everything Christy said as well on the phone, man.
Facts.
Like, we cannot be waiting for other people. If you're not interested in something, that's okay. And that's the thing, you can't... It's just draining. It's draining waiting for other people. It's draining waiting for other people to be on code. It's draining to trying to explain things to people as well. I actually feel like people that are not really on code of black business, as in black people that are not on code of black issues, I feel like over time, they're sheep. They tend to be sheep. Do you get what I mean? So they're the ones where when they see everyone around them is on code, they're embarrassed that they're not on code, and then they get on code. And we don't have to spend time trying to teach you how to get on code. Because when you're teaching them how to get on code, they're spending time resisting that they don't want to be on code. So we'll just move forward, and at some point, you will see that you're left behind, and so you will spend time trying to catch up.
Yeah,
let's be, man. So pick up that.
Before we wrap up quickly, I just wanted to mention how the minister ended the particular speech, and he basically made everyone there take a pledge.
Okay.
And I think
like Gina does with her classes.
I've not been to your class.
Oh, but there's actually a pledge that we say at the end of every single class.
Can you tell us?
Yeah.
Go on.
It's I pledge to fight the biggest battle I fought yet, to slay the beast inside and overcome my insecurities.
Jeez.
I'll look my absolute best when I come face to face with my inner demons. I'm not a quitter. I will not fail. I am, and then you say your name, and I train to slay.
Period.
Powerful.
Oh, and then I've never done a class and not ended on that. Every single class I do.
That's fantastic. That's so powerful.
I love that, man. I love that.
Community, man.
This is it.
Literally.
This is it.
This is it.
She didn't wait for everyone to say to her, do you know what, maybe you should have a pledge first, or maybe let's all co-sign on the words of the pledge. They would have spent, do you know how long they would have spent trying to come up with the words of the pledge? No. She went ahead and she did it. And now people are saying it.
The next step is branding. As in, branded.
What do you mean, get the pledge branded? I have. Basically, when I first... So when I
No, I'm joking. I'm talking about getting a mark.
I'll get it tattooed on me. You know me, I will. So,
I think Cardi be sick.
No, I would. But what I did was when what'd you say?
I'm not even talking about that.
You're
like a mark of the beast.
Like what?
Like a mark of the beast. Like,
after you see the pledge,
you're now in like
a cult.
Like a cult, you know. But when I first launched Train to Slay in 2020, and whenever people bought stuff from me, they'd get like a membership card with the pledge on it. So every time they bought something, they'd get it in like their stuff. I thought about all of this stuff, man.
I love talking about it. See?
Like excellence, my love.
But the pledge is necessary, man. It's just a way to
form an army. You get me?
Exactly, and you know what I mean, bond and that.
Don't worry, we'll see the army on Sunday.
All right,
And
we've been putting it up.
Right.
And everything.
Get your damn tickets, man.
What we doing on Sunday?
We're gonna see the army on Sunday.
Period.
So dumb. You are so dumb.
Come on, just give me. Mark's gonna be so proud. So proud. That's my girl.
Come on, somebody.
Well, just wanted to say that this pledge is quite long, so I'm not going to go through all of it, right? But I just wanted to say some of the things, right? Because it was just so, in fact, let me just say it. So basically, the minister said, take this pledge with me. Say with me, I, and then obviously the audience responds and said, say your name, right? So I, say your name, pledge that from this day forward, I will strive to love my brother as I love myself. From this day forward, I will strive to improve myself spiritually, morally, mentally, socially, politically, and economically for the benefit of myself, my family, and my people, right? I pledge that I will strive to build businesses, to build houses, to build hospitals, factories, and then to enter international trade for the good of myself, my family, and my people. I pledge from this day forward, I would never raise my hand with a knife or a gun to cut or shoot any member of my family or any human being except in self-defense, right? I, say my name, pledge from this day forward, I will never abuse my wife. by striking her, disrespecting her, for she is the mother of my children and the producer of my future. I pledge from this day forward, I will never engage in the abuse of children, little boys or little girls for sexual gratification. I will let them grow in peace to be strong men and women for the future of our people. Yeah, for the future of our people. I, again, say your name, will never again use the B word to describe any female, but particularly not my own black sister.
Love that.
Right? I, again, pledge from this day forward that I will not poison my body with drugs or that which is destructive to my health or my well-being. I pledge from this day forward, I'll support black newspapers, black radio, black TV, black TDA. I'll support black artists who clean up their acts to show them, who clean up their acts to show respect for themselves and respect for their people and respect for the heirs of the human family. I would do all of this, so help me God. I didn't go through the entire pledge, but yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
That's a good pledge.
Imagine over 1 million black men all together saying all these words in unison. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. But anyway.
The community of it all, man. I love that.
So yeah, man, just wanted to, highlight the legacy of the Million Man March. Never been done before. And it was impactful still to this day, man. So this day happened 28 years ago.
Oh, I was having the same birthday. So it hasn't happened since?
No, well, there was an anniversary, 20-year anniversary after that. It wasn't 1 million people that came. It was just more so just representing that particular thing and speaking about where they are today and that. So it did happen in the same place. The minister gave a speech and everything. But yeah, but that momentous occasion, nothing like that has happened before. And to be honest, I don't know how something like that could happen again. But like Brent's rightfully saying, I think with social media and if with the right campaign and people understanding their agenda and need for change, because like the stats rather that I was mentioning in the beginning, if people were aware of those stats, I think people would do something when they recognize that 46% of us live in poverty. We
need to bring those up again, though, when all the manifestos are getting released, all that stuff, so that it's in people's minds, and people when they're thinking of who to vote for and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And even like when it is that these politicians are saying what they're saying, we actually need to start asking them more direct questions.
Yeah.
It's not enough to just group us in with everybody else, because the benefits of whatever it is that you lot do don't get to us.
Yeah, man.
Sorry.
Yes, that's it for topic of the day.
That was good. That was really, really good. Thank you very much. Let's get into our next headlines.
All right, so our next headline. Remember the other day we were talking about Scotland's First Minister, Humza Yousaf.
Yes.
And how his wife's family, they're in Gaza and all that, right? Well, his wife came out and gave a speech. And, he was visibly upset. He was wiping away tears and whatnot. His wife, Nadia El-Nakla, said that she had gone from fearful to complete despair this week with her parents unable to escape air attacks. Elizabeth and Maged El-Nakla became trapped in the Palestinian territory when Hamas launched its bloody cross-border attack. The couple from Dundee were visiting Mr. El-Nakla's 92-year-old mother, who lives in Gaza, as do several other family members. She was speaking about the situation at the start of the SNP conference in Aberdeen, where an emergency motion was passed unanimously by delegates that calls on the government to back the UN demands for a humanitarian corridor. So this is basically what she was saying to the conference, and everyone was applauding. She said, instead of sending spy planes, the UK should be sending supplies. No food, no water, no electricity. We are seeing an attack on humanity, and my heart feels like it's starting to turn to stone. Gaza is being obliterated like never before. My mom has said in the past 8 days, there has not been a let-up for more than 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's weird to kind of see how, obviously, she's pro-Palestine because of, her family and whatnot. And you've got the rest of the media, plus even her husband talking about Israel has the right to defend itself.
Yeah, them
it's a
family
weird,
dinners must be awkward, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's says I'm just faking it, baby.
Well, continuing on from that, Mr. Humza Yousaf, right? Basically, he's trying to push for Scottish independence. Yeah, man. So, SNB delegates have pretty much backed him. They backed his plan to use the next general election result to push for independence negotiations with the UK government. An amended version of the strategy was voted through overwhelmingly at the party's annual conference in Aberdeen. It's based on winning a majority of Scottish seats, at least 29. This would provide a mandate to start separation talks with Westminster, according to the proposals. The First Minister had initially proposed a strategy based on the SNP winning the most seats, which could be much lower than 29 if many other parties won seats. But party insiders believe a majority of seats will give them a stronger mandate for independence talks. Opening the independence debate, he said that the SNP should put the constitution at the front and centre of its general election campaign. The First Minister vowed the party's manifesto would say on page 1, line 1, vote SNP for Scotland to become an independent country. He told the party to unite behind its new independence strategy. Obviously, Rishi Sunak has said that the question of Scottish independence was settled back in 2014 at that referendum. And the last headline takes us all the way to Kenya, man. I'm not too sure if you guys heard about this, but a man accused of practicing law without any qualifications has said that he's innocent, and he thanked people who have come out in support of him. So on Thursday, legal officials in Kenya urged police to arrest a man that was practicing under the name of Brian Mwenda.
I think that's... Sorry. I think they should have allowed him to keep going.
Apparently, they said the man was a masquerader who had stolen the identity of a real lawyer who was also named Brian Mwenda. And local media reported that a fake lawyer had won dozens of lawsuits. So he's been winning.
This is what I'm saying. Because apparently he tried 26 cases and won 26.
Yeah.
That's a good lawyer.
Crazy, isn't it? Despite not being trained.
This is it. So it either speaks to Kenya's criminal justice, the legal area, or he's a Mike Ross. But Kenya.
Yeah, man. The case has captivated the East African country over the past few days, eliciting reactions from outrage to amusement. Despite condemnation by the LSK, which is the Law Society of Kenya, and the country's director of public prosecutions, the alleged imposter has garnered several supporters. He has been praised by Kenya's Central Organization of Trade Unions as a brilliant young mind who has succeeded without traditional qualifications.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So he's done well, man. But yeah, he's just thanking the world for supporting him.
So is he going to face prison?
I'm not too sure. at the moment.
Because you can't even disbar him because it wasn't
You know what I'm saying?
called up. But they should let him take the bar though.
Yeah.
Because clearly he's a smart guy.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it for headlines. Time to pay the bills.
Right, let's get into Word on Road. I don't have much today. But sad news, man. Suzanne Somers has passed away. She's 76. When you see her, you recognize her.
So who is Suzanne Somers?
You recognize her. She was in the Three's Company and Step by Step.
Don't know who.
Lovely white lady. Hold on, when the picture comes up, you see her. But yeah, so she passed away at the age of 76. Do you know what's mad? She passed away on the day before her birthday.
Oh.
So literally, like her date of birth. You know when you go on Google, her date of birth is 16th of October to 15th of October.
Mad.
It's so sad, I know, right? But yeah, she's battled cancer. So I think she got her first diagnosis like 20 years ago. And last year, I believe it was. Was it last year? No, it was this year. In July this year, she basically shared with her followers and stuff that her cancer had returned. So in the picture, she had a picture of her and her husband, who is 87, and she said, as you know, I had breast cancer 2 decades ago, and every now and then it pops up again, and I continue to bat it down. I have used the best alternative and conventional treatments to combat it. This is not new territory for me. I know how to put on my battle gear, and I'm a fighter. Alan, which is her husband, has been by my side every step of the way. I can't even explain how much he has done for me. If it's even possible, we're even closer than ever. My incredible family has been so supportive and have helped so much by keeping the business running on so you can still have access to wonderful products and all that kind of stuff. And she thanked people for their continued love and support. And she said it's only about who you love and who loves you, and I love you. And she had an interview earlier as well, this year as well, with people. And she was actually telling them about her birthday plans and how she was going to spend it with her family, her kids, her grandkids. And yeah, man, she said she was going to have a low-key, chilled, family-only birthday. But when the statement was released that she passed away, they did that anyway. They did that anyway for her. So her publicist said, Suzanne Somers passed away peacefully at home in the early morning hours of October 15th. She survived an aggressive form of breast cancer for over 23 years. Suzanne was surrounded by her loving husband, Alan, her son, Bruce, and her immediate family. Her family was gathered to celebrate her 77th birthday on October the 16th. Instead, they will celebrate her extraordinary life and want to thank her millions of fans and followers who loved her dearly. And she spent her final days in her home, which is what she wanted anyway. But yeah, man, so RIP to her. Love and light to the family. Davido, so I told you guys on Friday that there's reports that Davido and Chioma had given birth to twins. It is now confirmed. And they had a picture, a video that Davido's dad took of Chioma when she was coming out of the hospital with the twins. And it is a boy and girl. Davido's confirmed it's a boy and a girl. Wow. So congratulations to them, man. And I had an interview recently. He was talking about, losing Ifeanyi, his son, and having now having twins. Can I say to people though, you cannot be saying to somebody, "Oh, God took one and you got two back," or "You lost one and you got two."
It's insensitive.
It's so insensitive. It's so insensitive. Just say congratulations and go. You can't be telling someone, "Oh, you lost one, but it's all right though. You got two now." It's a child, you're talking about. Acting like they lost a flipping, I don't know, a cupcake. Don't be silly, man. You don't need to understand certain things. Well, speaking of pregnancy, Sexy Red is pregnant.
I saw.
She announced her pregnancy. She's been pregnant the whole time, Pregnant the whole time. And I'm seeing people that line from Pound Town to ultrasound, and I just love that for her. Big up her. She posted a picture the other day with Scissor, and the caption was "Team Boy or Team Girl."
I saw.
Scissor was wearing pink, so I don't know. And obviously, Scissor does know the gender because she was in comments like, "So do I have to pretend like I don't know either?" People love to do that,
Like we know, we get it.
I think that's one of my biggest icks, when someone announces something, they're like, "Oh, finally, I can talk." Shut up and just say congratulations and go. We get it. Best friend of the year. Thank you. We know. It's so long. But anyways, Scissor didn't have to tell us she knew the gender. But anyways, congratulations to Sexy Red. I'm happy for her, man. Obviously after the whole, it even makes it sadder, the whole sex tape thing, because you're out here just got her high blood pressure going up and she's pregnant the whole time. Stressful. But yeah, it looks like she's been pregnant the whole time, and she's doing red carpets, taking pictures where she was sucking her belly in for some of them, and it was killing her. Basically, she came out and said she spoke about it, or she's announced it now, because essentially she's tired of hiding it. She's quite slim built, so you wouldn't really, I don't know, you just think she's got a fupa or something. But yeah, man, congratulations to her. But that is all from me. I told you it's short and sweet today. Let's get to people's journal.
Who's Sexy Red? Is it the...
My coochie pink, my booty hole brown.
What? Oh,
sorry. That is her.
That's what someone wrote that.
Yeah. Pound Town.
Oh.
That's like from Pound Town to ultrasound.
Yeah. Her coochie pink and her booty hole brown.
I've never heard that song.
So she's the one that can't rap.
Ski! You must have heard that song.
Do you know what you can when you do that?
Sorry, but you know what I was...
You love
see
it.
me and you're trying to see what's up. Ski! No?
Jeez, okay.
Yeah, that's her.
It
She
sounds
can't
like,
rap.
I'll be
No,
honest, that sounds like Meek Mill,
She can't rap.
It sounds like some Meek Mill would
But
say.
it's the new... She's
Is
like
that-
the new city
Does she
girl.
give pledges too?
She's not because
Not city girl, but I mean like...
one of
It's
the
the same-
girls.
it's the same type of
'Cause
music,
I haven't
though.
listened to her. I feel like that's a bit much. I like ones that sound like it sounds like music.
No, do you know what it is? Let me be honest. I think it's because she can't rap. It sounds like racket.
But I don't even know what she sounds like. I've never listened to any of her music.
You've heard ski.
I
Trust
haven't.
Me.
I've only heard you saying it, and I did not know the reference.
She's
I thought it was like a
sex
90s
positive,
movie or something.
Yeah, very.
She's what?
Sex positive. But isn't that...
Who? In like I Love the Girls.
Yeah, like that's their
what they say.
brand.
No, she's really, really like overhyped. Sex positive, isn't it?
No, wait, I mean, she told you her
Like
pussy was
ratchet
pink
stuff.
and
I
brown,
mean, so
booty hole
there's a lot
brown.
of them that are though.
Okay.
I put them all in the same category.
Yeah,
Okay.
To
but
be
that's the thing,
honest.
I don't.
I do.
Like when you listen to them, there's levels, man. There's levels. Some people are just like, wow, hun, wow.
So I guess her soundtrack could be good for the Million Man match, innit, Mania?
Ski.
As a perfect example of what we don't need.
I can imagine the men in the suits, talking about ski. Yeah, but bring up Sexy Red, innit? I haven't listened to her music. I see her trending and stuff. So I guess the people that must like it, love that for y'all. But I am gonna sit that one out. I'm sitting
It's just
that one out.
ratchet.
Because as much as I
music.
like the girls and whatnot, sometimes as well, oh, that's a bit skip.
Oh, okay.
Skip.
So you can listen to a whole City Girl album in your car on the way to the gym, but Sexy Red is where you're like, skip.
No, but some city girls I'm skipping as well.
But it's
I'm becoming more and more wholesome as the day goes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
good.
sometimes just like, oh baby, that's a bit far. Or sometimes the Holy Spirit says to me, oh really?
Are the people in the chat are saying that Willie Lynch talked about her?
Okay.
Willie Lynch.
Yeah, it's part of the division thing.
Yeah.
They're part of the division thing. Because here they go. Do what he told them, what he said they should do. Ooh, ski. Right, let's get to people's joy. Let's make this wholesome.
Are we gonna hear on Sunday?
No. I don't know actually. Oh.
The
do you know?
Lord's Day.
Are you talking?
Oh, you gonna hear it.
Oh, yeah.
You will, and you'll
If I
find me.
go to the Lord's Day.
You find me in the middle,
This
shaking my rump shaker.
I need to buy some holy water.
You know, you do sprinkle it on me.
sprinkle, you know? Can you imagine? All right. Sorry, I just remembered it. When a sexer came out, yeah, people were like, oh,
Oh, she's a
It's
Philip
never-
princess.
second?
Sorry, never mind. Sorry.
She's got a sex tape as well.
It got
No, someone
leaked the
leaked
other day.
it.
Oh.
Someone hacked her Instagram and leaked it.
Oh, man.
Do you know what? I'm just.
Why
I
was
just
it on Instagram?
huh?
Why was it on Instagram?
Someone hacked
No,
her
it was on
phone
Twitter.
and put it on
Put it on
Instagram
Insta- Oh, sorry. Okay.
on her Instagram stories. Wow. How mad that is.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope it's not baby father because that's what.
Terrible.
Eddie in jail.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
might be my pen pal. Let's find out. Stay tuned.
Yeah, welcome to the People's Journal. I'll give you the news from an economics point of view. First thing I want to talk about, is there's gonna be some new coins, man.
I've seen.
Oh, he's gonna have Prince Charles. Or what's his name? King Charles now.
That's right, King Charles III. Brent, if you don't mind, there's a link in the doc. Basically, the Royal Mint has said that there's going to be large numbers, right, on the...
Pumped out.
Yeah. No, as in large numbers on the actual coin.
Oh.
And basically, they're designed to help children identify figures and learn to count.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
What kind of foolishness is that?
Because, the kids will start to, handle money better,
No, the kids are dumb. The kids, no, they're silly.
Why? It's not good.
How did the rest of us learn when with font size 2?
Yeah, but it might be, they want them to learn earlier. I don't know. But anyway, that's basically what it is.
No one wants to work anymore.
So the coins are going to be entering circulation by the end of the year, marking the new reign of
They look
King Charles
ancient.
III.
Do you know they belonged in like the 60s?
It's a new vibrant design.
Okay.
It doesn't look like anything before, so it's kind of, it's decent.
Not bad.
And if you notice, there's a lot of like animals and wildlife and all that type of stuff in it, and that's because of his love for the natural world. You know what I'm saying? So the tail side of every coin, from the 1p to the £2, will feature the country's flora and fauna. Yes, and the old coins can still be used, of course. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that particular thing. Next thing I wanted to mention is the UK suspended the trade of live cattle and sheep from France, man. You know why?
Bed bugs.
Nope, something different, That's another thing. That's another thing.
Carrying some kind of flu now again, so some kind of disease.
Yep, there's another disease, man.
Here we go.
Yeah, following the outbreak of a disease, which they're saying can be fatal to cows.
That'll do it.
Yeah, man. So
That'll do it.
epizootic hemorrhagic disease, EHD. long
Like a
story
STD, bruv.
short. It might be for them.
Trust me. Who the cows been fucking? It's crazy.
Or who has been the cows. You remember?
That's true.
Exactly.
That is true.
That terrorist.
Gosh.
So yeah, man, it's been reported in the south of France for the first time. But funny enough, well, not funny, but it had previously been recorded in Spain, Portugal, and even in southern Italy. But now it's in France somehow. And yeah, man, they're being mindful about obviously bringing these cows to the UK where it can obviously spread and we get another mad cow disease or something. But yeah, apparently the virus, which causes the disease to usually spread to ruminants, so herbivores, there's cows, such as cows, deer, and sheep or whatever, through bites of infected midges, apparently. More than 250 outbreaks of the disease have been recorded in Spain,
Crazy.
Portugal, and Italy since the disease was first spotted in Europe in November of last year. And the last thing I wanted to mention is, remember the other day we were talking about like councils who ain't got no money for Christmas lights.
Yeah, Medway, man.
And Birmingham being bankrupt.
Someone else add to the list.
Let's just listen to this one. So a county council has been criticised after spending £2.7 million in a bus hub.
And a what?
Bus hub. So there's a hub where all the buses go. But no buses.
They got the buses.
No buses.
So what's the point? What was the point?
They threw money in the bin.
They're stealing money. They didn't spend 2.7 million, but they gave each other contracts and they've got raises and bonuses.
There you go. Pretty much. Yeah.
How are you doing and you ain't got no buses?
Absolute shambles. So yeah, man. There's not much to the story. It's just a disgrace. But basically, this happened in the south of Wales. So the Vale of Glamorgan Council in South Wales, they spent the money on the public transport interchange with funding from Cardiff Capital Region and the Welsh Government, right? Unfortunately, and this is according to the group's leader, Dr. Ian Johnson, he was speaking to Sky News. He said the situation is surreal, man. Unfortunately, the Vale of Glamorgan has found that none of the local bus companies are willing to offer a service which calls at that particular bus hub. So, like, it's crazy. They don't want to move to this particular place, and nobody thought to sort this out before. You've just built a nice £2.7 million bus
Hub
station.
and just,
People will just turn up and be waiting. I don't know what will come sooner, the rapture or the bus.
Bro.
This is insane.
That is crazy, man.
But just another waste of money. You know what I mean? This is tax people, well, their people's money anyway. But yeah, this is how they squander money every day. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the People's Journal, man.
Wow, okay. Are we going to get some motivation today?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Let's get it.
Whoever stomach that is,
Retweet.
I'm literally co-starting.
Retweet.
I'd rather regret the risks that didn't work out than the chances I didn't take at all. Simone Biles. Have you ever had those moments where you come up with a brilliant plan in your head and you start to think of the logistics, but you struggle to see it past the initial vision? Or even those of you that have tried and unfortunately it hasn't been as successful as intended? Well, that's what life is all about. Taking risks. We always tend to fear the unknown, and if that was the case for everyone, we probably wouldn't have TDA. Even the concept of beats and bands, for example. If you heard it in theory, you'd think, that's not going to work, knowing the UK people. But I guarantee you next week we'll all be ranting and raving about how amazing it was. And those of you that didn't come, well, you'll definitely wish you did. Taking a leap of faith goes a long way into life lessons. Even if it doesn't work out, it's the attempt you've made that will strengthen you. And who knows, someone else may just be inspired to take your idea just that step further. So whether it's the career path you're contemplating or investing your time, energy, resources into a certain project, take the risk and let whatever will be.
That's so on theme.
Mm-hmm.
Very on theme of our conversations today.
Yeah.
Big up her or she.
Mm-hmm.
Or they.
We're not doing that.
No, she said she's a she. This is Sasha. Being too inclusive, doing too much. All right. Well, let's get into our last headlines for today.
All right, so our last headline is based on, I think this situation was in Dunaya back in the day, some months back. And basically this is about a transgender student who, she had tears of joy, man, in her eyes after a judge dismissed...
I mean, her eyes, what else was the tears going to be? Oh, dear.
Yeah, she was happy, man, after a judge dismissed a lawsuit that contested her admission into a sorority at the University of Wyoming.
Talk about
Remember?
this, yes.
Yeah, so the judge dismissed it, man. This particular judge who, funny enough, is 84 years old. You'd think maybe at that age you'd be kind of out of touch, but yeah. This particular judge who goes by the name of Alan Johnson ruled that he could not override how the private or voluntary organization defined a woman and the order that she not belong, right? However, in fact, let me just get to the lawsuit. So in the lawsuit, 6 members of this 40-strong Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority chapter challenged this 21-year-old Artemis Langford's admission by casting doubt on whether sorority rules allowed a transgender woman. The sorority sisters who sued Langford's presence in their sorority house made them, said it basically is because she made them feel uncomfortable, and alleged that this particular woman, transgender woman, has, while watching members enter the sorority house, had an erection that was visible through his leggings. Wait, is it his leggings or her leggings?
Her leggings.
Okay, the article was bad, you know. They said his leggings. All right, so yeah.
What? Sorry.
Yeah.
What publication is that? Is it BBC? Is it
Daily Mail.
Daily Mail?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But they have the day they deserve. So that's that.
Terrible.
Or
Don't care.
maybe they were quoting the
Oh.
sorority girls. Yeah, who are basically that's probably
Okay,
right.
okay.
Yeah.
You know, you haven't got the link here for me to put up.
No, I'll put
It's a
it.
different link.
Yeah, it's a different. So basically, So they said that this. Let me just quote them. They just said, while members entered the sorority house, he had an erection through his leggings. Other times, he has had a pillow on his lap to obviously cover up the erection.
Men just get erections randomly. Or is it when you're aroused that you get an erection?
Yeah, arousal.
Don't you even get it when you
ready
wake
for
up?
work.
Sorry, why am I talking like I'm a man?
No, I've heard the wake up one. But throughout the day, it will be an arousal, right? But
Yeah.
if she's out here in sorority houses around women all the time,
No, she can't turn off it so quickly. It's not like overnight.
oh yeah, actually,
You
yeah, because
understand?
if she's attracted to women, then yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Thanks for educating me, Brent.
Makes sense. Yes.
Okay, fair.
But yeah, following the lawsuit's dismissal, Langford is hopeful for a fresh start this semester, man. She said that maybe I can just be another student on campus, another regular sister in the Wyoming chapter of Kappa Kappa Gamma. Who knows?
Is that
Maybe I could just be me.
white sorority or black sorority?
White.
Yeah, she can be assistant, yeah.
And yeah, man. The lawsuit apparently portrayed her as a sexual predator, but the judge found that claims about her behavior turned out to be nothing more than a drunken rumor. So they were just trying to, smear her and, be bad, man.
Hazing, innit?
Yeah, man. Well, next headline, trigger warning here, and basically a Premier League star threw a sex party in a luxury hotel for models. Then
Premier
forced
League
them,
start. Okay.
yeah, a football player, then forced them to sign NDA agreements, non-disclosure agreements to make them keep quiet.
Is that illegal?
But it's the thing.
I thought this
It's
is how
not
sex
forced.
parties are meant to go.
This is what I'm saying. I was wondering, why is this even news?
Why is this news?
Yeah, but yeah, man. The unnamed top-tier player, by the way, had the women arrive at the back of the 5-star London venue where they were met by his staff. Security guarded the door where the girls went in, and once inside, they were told to hand over their phones, all that type of stuff. The women were also instructed to sign NDAs, which are gagging orders, apparently, this is how they want to word it, that stopped them ever talking about the evening that they were attending. They walked
Yeah, it is in the news.
Exactly. They walked past bottles and printer paper in what appeared to be a storeroom because they were taking a crazy stealth route to get to this particular place, right? So they took some lifts up to this expensive suite at the top of the hotel. The invites for the event said that people should come if they're up for a wild party. So one girl who had been at the party said, can you imagine? They need to get this one at Stuart.
Bro.
She said it got so busy with girls coming and going that we had to wait in the garage area.
And that's how she spoke. She didn't get in.
Exactly. Until other girls had left the room. She said it was wild.
1 in, 1 out for a sex
Yeah, can you
party
imagine?
is crazy.
But you know what? According to this article anyway, people are saying that NDAs are controversial and that they've come under heavy criticism in the past decade because they've been misused by certain people like Harvey Weinstein. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, he used them to silence women about the abuse he was perpetrating. So, you know what I mean? People are like, wait a minute, we should just kind of get rid of them in general. And the last headline takes us to the glorious country of Nigeria, man, where 1,500 women were married on, well, it says married off. I don't say married off because that sounds negative, right? They got married in a mass wedding organized by a regional government in northwest Nigeria. Yeah.
What was this, to save costs or?
I don't know. But basically, Kano State, the administration, they were behind it. And they said that it sponsored the marriage of widows and new brides to support them in the building of the foundation of a family life and improve social affairs. It sounds like a good thing to me.
Yeah, but I hope the ages, they were of marrying age. And I don't mean 13.
Yeah, for real.
I hope they were
Yeah.
older women.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, yeah, exactly.
Because the widow is fair. Actually, then one can be widow at any age, really.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the brides were not present at the wedding, only the grooms.
What the hell?
That's what it says.
The dick party. Sausage party.
Go for a bit.
It was the men. That's the match. This is the match you speak of.
The wedding was among the top campaign promises of the current governor during the pre-election campaign, apparently. Wow.
So we're adding to the manifestos.
Yeah. See, to be fair, it sounds crazy, but if we know that obviously the
guess
family is
there-
the structure, you know what I mean? Like, you're forming families here.
I said, I will. Girls, I'm going to get you a man by the end of my term.
Yeah. And men that's maybe struggling or don't have the finances.
I get you 2+ wives by the end of my term.
You know what I'm saying?
Foolishness.
But yeah, man, for years, such a wedding was an annual event, but it was hosted by the previous
this is their
government.
culture.
This is normal, you know. Wow. But yeah, for those who don't know, Kano is the second largest city in Nigeria and the commercial hub of the northern part of the country. And that's it for the headlines. It's time to pay the bills.
Thank you very much. Let's get into the reaction.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, do
I
it.
did the other day.
We had a great time.
All right, so the results from the weekend as it stands. Northern Ireland, why are you laughing?
As it stands.
As it stands.
Gonna
It's
change.
completed.
See what I'm trying to say? Instead of you to encourage and support me, you're tearing me down.
Sorry,
You know
sorry.
what? You're
in
right.
the presence
You are
of
right.
others.
Sorry.
We could have done this off air.
Yeah, you are
Anyway,
apologize.
as it stands, Northern Ireland 3 against San Marino. Ukraine scored 2 against North Macedonia.
Yeah, but what did San Marino and North Macedonia
It's
get?
clearly a 0, which is why I'm
clear.
No, but no.
It is
No.
because it's the other
First
day.
of all,
This is why I don't like you. Hold on. I
First
did
of
it
all-
on Friday. We had
No,
no
no, no,
issues.
Oh, sorry.
don't come in here interrupting
I know what I'm
our
on.
flow.
I apologize.
The people
Black
them know if Gina's silent,
It means it's
means
a
they
0.
lost.
Sorry. I apologize.
Anyway, Lithuania scored 2 against Bulgaria. Yeah. Ski. Slovenia scored 3 against Finland.
That's right.
Denmark scored 3 and Kazakhstan scored 1. Is that
You
better?
happy?
Okay, I get
Because
it.
they scored.
Sorry.
Hungary scored 2 and Serbia scored 1. And Italy scored 4 against Malta.
Yeah, the Malta didn't try.
Malta
They
didn't
didn't
try.
even-
Malta didn't appear.
Did they appear?
They didn't arrive.
They didn't
right?
even play.
Sunday. Oh, Sunday.
How are you going to say this one?
Dearly beloved. Mexico scored 2 against our beloved Ghana. Ghana, you had one job,
One job.
but it's fine. And then also, Ivory Coast and Morocco both drew. It was 1-1.
Love that for them.
And then Germany scored 3 against the United States of America, who only scored 1.
Shame.
And yeah.
Nice.
Do you want me to continue or you?
It's up to you if you don't mind. Or shall I wrap
No,
it up
you
quick?
can continue. I want to
Okay.
talk about
shit is long.
KSI.
Okay.
Yeah.
cool.
When you can tag us back in.
Take us back in.
Oh, my headlines are long.
Alright, I'll get through these ones quite quick. So basically, next thing is Rangers have named the new manager, man. Philippe Clement. He's got a deal until 2027. The 49-year-old is going to be meeting the squad today and begin preparations for his first match, man, as the boss against another team on Saturday. So, you know, that's that. Next thing I wanted to mention is Sir Jim Ratcliffe. So months back, we were talking about potential people buying Man United. Marks was talking about it in extensive detail before. And it kind of looked like all of that was just a thing in the past, right? But it has emerged that Sir Jim Ratcliffe will be paying £1.3 billion for 25% of Manchester United. So the Qatari businessman that Mars wanted to get involved, he pulled out. He basically said, like, look, Man United has been overvalued. You know what I'm saying? And there's no reason why I need to be paying more than 5 billion for the entirety of Man United. Even though he was looking to buy the club, clear the debts, do everything, right? Apparently also, while we were recording, it emerged that he was looking to buy Mbappe. If he had bought the club, he would have went on to buy Mbappe. But anyway, long story short, Jim Ratcliffe is going to be buying a quarter of Man United for £1.3 billion. And the next thing I wanted to mention is there was some boxing on the weekend, between real boxers, right? And this is, what's his name? Tszyu.
Real boxers.
Real boxers.
Shades.
So Tszyu, he recorded his first WBO junior middleweight world title defense. That's, for those who don't know, junior middleweight is 154 pounds. So that's the same weight class that Jamel Charlo, who a couple weeks ago fought Canelo, that's his proper weight class. Now, he lost all those belts, right, because he went up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo. So really, he is the champion. He's the lineal champion. He's the guy with all the belts. Kind of, right? But now he has, I believe he's got maybe, he might have, I'm not too sure if he's lost all the belts or if he's got 3 still. But anyway, the WBO said, if you go up there, as soon as you step in that ring and that bell goes and you're fighting Canelo, we're taking that belt off of you and we're giving it to Tszyu. So Tszyu had his first defense on the weekend and he didn't stop Mendoza. It was a solid fight, but it looked like he was on the verge of stopping Brian Mendoza. It was pretty one-sided as they got into the fight from like round 4. So it looked like it was all going to go Tszyu's way. But yeah, man, it was an impressive win. Sean Davis also fought on the weekend as well. I believe did he fight on the weekend? I think he did. Anyway, I think he did fight. And again, another impressive win by him. People are saying he's the next Mayweather. Okay. He's got loads of potential, man. And I think Mayweather even trains him. Well, to be fair, Mayweather doesn't train any particular boxer like as a full-time trainer. Okay. Every now and again, he gives everyone tips. You know what I'm saying? So you see you see him, doing the pads and all that with certain boxers, in his gym. I think that's pretty much it. Also, onto the entertaining boxing. The boxing for the casual.
Okay. So KSI loses to Fury in a controversial decision. So KSI was left dumbstruck after his opponent Tommy Fury was deducted a point before winning a majority decision at the Misfits event at Manchester's AO Arena on Saturday night. Fury, brother of world heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, remains unbeaten as a professional boxer with 10 wins from his 10 bouts, including 4 knockouts. His win was marred by a controversial points decision after he landed 12 jabs and 39 punches, which connected compared to KSI's 38, as well as having a point deducted for a rabbit punch.
So was KSI just punching the air or something? You said he was doing this.
KSI said immediately after the fight, "It's a robbery. How many jabs did he land? I'm the YouTuber, you're the boxer. I understand you have to win. I want to appeal." After the fight, it was revealed that the scorecards had a discrepancy. One judge incorrectly added up his tally. Rafael Ramos scored the fight as a draw, but the round-by-round tally on his scorecard actually showed he awarded only 56 points to KSI and 57 to Fury. It means Fury should have technically won by a unanimous decision rather than by a judge's majority. Tommy Fury...
Yeah. That definitely...
What does that mean? Defeats KSI
by... I was like, definitely.
Boy, defeats KSI by a majority decision. Logan Paul defeats Dylan Dennis via disqualification. Slim defeats Salt Pappy via 4th round.
Oh, Salt Pappy.
TKO. Dean the Great defeated Walid Sharks via unanimous decision.
That was a good fight, by the way.
And Anthony Taylor defeats King Kenny via unanimous decision. And that is it from us.
I saw people criticizing how Tommy was fighting though. They were saying how so you left Molly pregnant. Talking about you're in training, you're training heavy. And this is what you were training for to perform like this. So even though because I was so confused, I was like, I thought he won. But then people were saying you won, but you weren't moving like a fighter.
But I'm going to be honest, I didn't watch the fight here, but even just based on these numbers alone, yeah. If you are a boxer and this legit is your profession, you can't be beating me by 1 point. That's poor.
At all.
Sorry. If anything, I think it shows how good KSI actually is.
Actually.
Because, or about Tom Fury is not that great.
Yeah.
Because this is your profession.
Yeah.
Like you've
I've
been
heard
doing
both of
this
them
for
as
years, like since you was a child, right? Your brother is a heavyweight champion. I'm a guy who's got bare money just from gaming and being very creative, and I decided to jump into a sport that I've over the last couple of years. The level of experience you have in comparison to me is crazy. You should not be beating me off 1 point.
I just clocked. I thought it said that Tommy's punches and stuff connected, but KSI's didn't. That's what I was like, so what was he?
No.
What was he doing?
No.
Oh, so he had 39 that connected, and KSI had 38. So he
And,
really only won by a point.
and originally, it was basically, it seemed as if it was level, and then they redid the count and realized the judge scored it wrong.
Yeah.
So if the judge didn't score, like if they didn't realize that, it would have been a draw, right?
No. So basically, the judge got it wrong, but it would have been more in favor of Fury.
Oh, so when they
they
did
corrected
it
it.
again, it was less in favor of him anyway.
Yeah, less in favor of
So it's
okay.
only
He,
1
he
point.
won that. He couldn't have lost that. I'll be honest with you. He could not have
And the
lost
thing
that.
is, during the fight, Tommy Fury had a point deducted. So people, and this is why I think KSI is so upset, because he's just thinking, again, like he said, like on paper and to the world, there's no way they'll allow me as a YouTuber to beat this professional boxer.
No, of course, it was always gonna,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but don't say that now because you lost, man.
Yeah, but he's just thinking, wait a minute, I landed maybe just as much as Tommy Fury. Plus, this guy had a point deducted. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but having a point deducted, I made up 5 after I deducted
No.
1, but I made up other ones, right? Is that how it works?
well, it's a round deducted. So let's just say, for example, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a draw on the scorecard in terms of the rounds.
Yeah.
Because you had a point deducted because you was holding, or I think it was holding, something like that. Anyway.
Oh yeah, because we were talking when he was just hugging him. Or
Yeah, exactly. That would then skew it towards KSI.
Okay.
But obviously, that's because KSI thinks the fight is that close. So apparently, in the last round or couple rounds, KSI wasn't doing as much because he was just thinking, I've
already won this,
You know
and
what
that's the
I'm
problem. That is
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah.
Because you literally you say, I'll be honest with you, KSI can't complain. If you in a fight started to chill because you feel like you believe you won it, anything that you say after it just sounds like you're a sore loser. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Swams. You know Swams?
Oh
Yeah.
no, he was 20 seconds.
Oh, I saw 10.
Yeah,
it was
10
10.
seconds.
No, but
It was 10.
He didn't. That didn't connect. I feel like that one was made up.
That
That
was
was
10
definitely made up.
seconds.
It didn't connect. I watched it. I even slowed it down. I said, "That guy, he didn't hit you.
You sure?
He didn't hit him.
Wow.
He just looked
He
like
just didn't want to fight them.
it just looked like he just fell to the ground. Like this was what they had to do. I'm like, did you even try it? You like he didn't train for it.
That guy came out aggressive though, man.
Yeah,
But
he
again,
was ready.
Yeah, like professional
Maybe he
boxers
got
know how to
scared.
deal with that, man. They
Maybe he
just
got
put that
scared
out.
and thought, "Ooh,
Yeah,
yikes!
exactly.
If this guy punches me, I might go into next week.
It's a damn shame.
Punch me into next week." You
But
imagine?
what I will say, if people are interested in this Misfit stuff, yeah, the fight between Dean the Great and Waleed Sharks, that was actually a good fight. Yeah. Like the guy's got skill. Like Dean the Great, anyway. Waleed was okay. He was durable as well, but yeah, it was a decent fight to watch. But yeah, man, that's it for the reaction, I guess.
All right, thank you very much. Let's get into our outro. All right, people, thank you for tuning in, starting your week with us. We do not take that for granted. We appreciate it. Big up all of you in the chat. Big up all our Spotify listeners and everyone who listens elsewhere. Spotify listeners, don't forget that you can add a comment. Scroll up a little bit. You can add a comment, let us know what your thoughts are on this episode, and we are going to read them out shortly. As in not today, shortly in the coming days. Don't forget to like the video as well. Please, if you're watching on YouTube, please like the video. Also subscribe to our channel. Big up our researchers as well who help us put the show together. We appreciate you. Follow us on our social media platforms, The Day After TNB on Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok. And also, don't forget the number to send your dilemmas into. And if you want to call in when we're live on air, it's 075 6484 1073. If you'd like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, our email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. That is also the email if you want to, well, I just said it to be fair, feature on the show. In terms of guest proposals and stuff like that, that is the email to contact. But yeah, man, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a great Monday.
Peace.
Bye.